Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the chat on Niger Watch. My name is Iman. It's good to have you here with me. Please do also like this broadcast as we move. Do also, say something on the comment section or you click on the link. The link has been posted. If you'd like to join the conversation, do also click on the link and you'll be right here with me. All right, it's good to have each and every one of you here. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. Thank you for being here. On the comment section, the link has been posted. If you'd like to join the broadcast, please do well to click on the link and you'll be right here with me. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I hope your day is going just fine. Yes, I hope your day is going just fine. Thank you very much. Let's give a shout out to, okay. So I'm giving a big shout out to each and every one of you out there, to each and every one of you on this broadcast, and to my amazing panelists. I'm saying, please drop your boxing gloves at home. Come in peace. Yes, please do also come in peace, and come ready. Come ready. But do also like this broadcast and also support us by clicking on the $ before you click on the link. Yes, you don't get to have the opportunity to do so while you are on here. So please take out time to do that before you click on the link. Okay. All right. Let's see what stories that we'll be starting off with. Okay, so I found this story out there, and just when you say now, wow, since they happen, no, you keep saying things like that, and you think you've heard, or probably you've seen the most unbelievable thing that you'll be seeing this year, right? And then you get surprised. This story is rocking the airways. This story has gone viral. Husband detains and stabs wife for 1 year in Yobe. Like, looking at the picture, and one of the first things I picked is this woman is even still wearing a wedding band. So story has it that the man suspects, or the man is trying to shield her from his family members. He says that he thinks, or he knows that his family members are trying to harm her. They're trying to kill her. So he's keeping them away by hiding her in a room, by locking her up in a room for 1 year. And they said all she's had is she gets a cup of kunu. She gets a cup of kunu every day. That's all she takes for food for good 1 year. Somebody's daughter. And now there is the question of, what of the family? Doesn't she have family members? Don't they visit her? Don't they talk to her on the phone? Did they just abandon her? The woman has, she has been found. Of course, the husband is, but we know the part of the country this is happening. So we don't know which of the law that will be used to be judged this matter. If it is the judicial law or if it is the Sharia law that will be used to judge this matter. So there's some situations that you just even can't get yourself involved in. All right, thank you very much, Osagwo. Good day to you too. Welcome to the broadcast. It's good to have you here. Please give a shout out to me. You know I like personalized shout out, so give a shout out to me. All right, thank you. So yes, this is our first story of today. This is unbelievable but true things that are happening in our beloved country. Look at this. Well, let's see how. I don't know if there's going to be so much of a follow-up on this, but I very well think that this will be taken up in the Sharia courts, and let's see what verdict will be given to the man. If the woman will be told to continue, if the family will allow her continue after seeing this. This looks terrible. How you can keep somebody, lock somebody up for a good 1 year. I don't know, but I think we need to, maybe not. I'm not saying we should call for feminism, equality. No, that's not what I don't even understand those terms, right? So I'm not even talking about those. Maybe I am just saying that the nation should give the Nigerian woman or the African woman a fair ground. How many people do we get to hear that a woman locked her husband for 1 year? What happens? Where's the woman's family? Because over here they say when you are married, you becomes your husband's property. So nothing concerns them anymore. And that's why some parents will go, they will see that they are beating their children. They will see scars on their children's body. They will see that their children are not happy. You will go and you see that your daughter is not happy, but they will turn a blind eyes and say, well, it is marriage, manage. Manage. Okay, no, maybe we're not familiar with the word marriage, manage. We are more familiar with pray for Mabi. Then you cry to your pastor, they say pray for him. How are they supposed to start praying for somebody that locks up a grown woman in a room for good 1 year, starving the woman because you're trying to protect her from your family that wants to kill her? You started to lock her in it. What kind of a family is that? Now, truly, we need to, talk about, the power that the African woman has. See, I said earlier, I am not calling for equality in marriage. I'm not calling for gender equality, any kind of equality. I'm just saying that. But then again, what is wrong with us treating each other as equal humans? I mean, as a woman, I shouldn't do what I shouldn't do, not because, I'm your wife, I have to cower, I have to, I have to submit, I have to, all of that. Just maybe this man or the man's family will stop treating some women badly. All right, let's see. Okay, Mommy Diaspora, thank you for being on this broadcast. Thank you. Welcome here. Just joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being on this broadcast. Please do also like this broadcast as we move. Thank you very much. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast. We are talking on Which Way Naija. Yes, Which Way Naija. Looking at what is happening in the country. And yes, it looks like good news is just around the corner. Well, I'll say good news. But then again, Finance Minister reiterates that subsidy will end in June 2023. Well, she coming out, still hitting on that subsidy is ending. We are soon taking off subsidy. They've been telling us and telling us so that we will not come and act like, this is coming off as a surprise to us. This is not coming off as a surprise to us. We are very, very aware of it. But then again, the question is, this is from BTC father says, I don't even know what is this subsidy. What's in the English means safe? Since Jonathan regime, been hearing this English, but still no clarification or justification about this. Okay, this is from Zume B blog says, then the next president will come and remove another subsidy again. And this is from Zoom Up Your Way. Zoom Up Your Way. Zoom Up Your Way says, no stable light, and even with our hard-earned money that came from sweat, and still yet we can't buy fuel in peace. We don't know even the tire. And this is from Chioma Forever. Chioma Forever says, who else feels that this is one of those political statements usually made by our politicians? Lance Closet says, it will end because you guys are leaving now. Una, well done. All right, Nigerians not trusting the verdict, or, is this taking off the subsidy? We've been clamoring that they should take off this subsidy since. It is not that they just want to take off the subsidy. No, not even now. It is in June. It is in June that they want to take off the subsidy. When they'll be washing their hair, they want to, yeah. Okay, all right, let's see what other story that we have here. This subsidy matter, this subsidy matter. Okay. Okay, also we have a story of this lady that wanted us to take, but that's going to be our main topic. Now, we watched the video of the APC rally that was, kicked off at just yesterday, right? You saw that, right? Okay, and all of the many promises were made back and forth, promises promises that they will not fulfill was just flowing back and forth, back and forth. I'm saying that they will not fulfill, not because not because of anything other than what where they are coming from. This same set of people that were campaigning for yes, now Buhari, they are still the same set of people, but this time around they are campaigning for some other person. So really, are we expecting any of those things that they say? Why should this one be anything different? Well, while we were wondering, so what's up? Other people they flag off, they kick off campaign. Okay, but PDP's flag off. There was also issue there. There were issues there. I think so far people it's just Labour Party. I won't say just Labour Party, but that I know of. But I know that among the amongst the three top contenders, just Labour Party that had the peaceful campaign rally. So while I was thinking, I was seriously brainstorming my head, like why? What did they say to trigger the anger of the Northerners? What did they say? Why were they throwing things? They were even begging them, Dan Allah, Dan Allah. But they were still throwing stones up and down. Then I stumbled on a comment. Then I stumbled on a statement. And this person was there. And this person said this statement at that campaign rally. And that's how I got to figure out. I see, yes, this is it. This is what triggered Nigerians. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take this. Let's take this. So there we have Yahaya Bello. Yahaya Bello of Kogi State has claimed that Nigeria is better than many countries, including developed ones under President Muhammadu Buhari. Speaking at the flag off of the All Progressives Congress campaign at Rang Palm Township Stadium in Jos, the capital city of Plateau, on Tuesday, November 15, Yahaya Bello stated that President Buhari has done so well with the economy and infrastructure now. Wow. Hey, no wonder the people were stoning him. Come on. You cannot say this. There are some things that politicians cannot say in front of Nigerians. They will come out your teeth, Oga. You cannot say it. You cannot come and lie in front of me. Which infrastructure? Okay, sorry, I was reading out something to you people. I shouldn't be the ones reacting. We are my panelists. This is your place to react and take this up. Please do want to click on the link. Join me on this broadcast and let's catch reactions. And let me give you gist of what these our politicians are saying and how Nigerians are reacting to it. All right. So he said in Yahaya Bello's words, he said, talking to the I cannot even finish it. The lie is too just trying to say what the guy said. The lie is too heavy, it cannot come out from my mouth. But this our politicians, they can't lie. He goes on to say, you have done so well in terms of infrastructure and our economy. You inherited it when there were recessions and challenges across the world. Today in Nigeria, we are better than so many countries, including developed ones. It is under this wonderful APC that you gave women, people, and youth living with disabilities a chance to have a voice and belong. Your Excellency, you have done it from 2015 to 2019, and from 2019 to date, you are going to hand over Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu so he can continue to replicate what he did in Lagos and what Alhaji Shettima did in Borno State across this country. I don't hear Shettima wants to continue what he did in Borno. What do we know Shettima for? No, let's talk. Because these people have come out to say, they are saying it now, that they will continue from where Buhari stopped. They are saying it, we are all hearing it, and we are all playing deaf, or we are all doing tribalism, or we are all doing this one, that one. Somebody is saying that Buhari has done very well, and they are saying that they are going to continue. Whoa, wow, wonderful. No wonder APC had the guts to come out and, and contest for election again. Even the people that they want to use as numbers to weaponize the rest of Nigeria, even the people are rejecting them, stoning them. Nigerians are stoning them. These are the same people that are supposed to have benefited from this government, but they are the ones turning them down. I mean, look at now. Shey they thought they had the numbers there. That's why they took it. If they had known that that is the reception that they will be getting, I'm very sure they will not take it to Jos. They probably would have done it. No, they can't do it in Lagos. Shettima will not allow them to do it in Lagos. So Shettima is the real boss here. They have to take it there. But look at this. It just goes on. It just goes on to show you how pushed. It just goes on to show you how far pushed the people are. Just goes on to show us how far pushed the people are. Not don't we don't know how far, we don't know what is next. If the people will start throwing stones, people in the north will start throwing stones at a gathering that had the president of Nigeria. So why should we allow another person that is elected by a president that is not loved by most Nigerians? And if I'm wrong, please do well to correct me. Person wey be say, even you sef, you don kukuma tell us say you cannot wait to go, you no do again. Even we sef, we say we don't even want you to. The feeling is very mutual. How you feel about us, Mr. President, is the very same way that we feel about you. The same way you cannot wait to hand over and justice, is the same way we too, we cannot. So why do you think we would want to accept somebody from you, from your team? Somebody that vouched for you, someone on whose integrity you rode on, and you want to quickly dash us to the person. Imagine Yahaya Bello. Just imagine what this man will come out, Where? What are we expecting? He said this right in front of the president. I mean, is that not what they do? Is that not what they do? He said it's just right there in front of the president. All right, we'll catch reactions. We'll catch reactions to that story. Please just give me a minute to be in sync. Okay, this is from, we have this from Mr. Mayor here, says the laws that, okay, no, let's not take this. Let's not take this first. Let's not take this first. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I really want to take this submission, so please give me just a minute. All right. Okay, so I might just have to do this off screen. So the first comment I have here is from, and that's this is submission from okay, let's have this conversation first. Well, I'll be taking submission from what happened at just the other day, and also from, yes, everything that happened at just the 30 plus private jets, planes, helicopter, everything that went on there. These are the reactions. I mean, when our political leaders, when our governors, when the people in power step into a place, is that not supposed to represent, the state of the people, right? It's supposed to represent. But look at the APC governors, ministers. Look at them storming Jos. You're looking at average Nigerians that eat once a day, people with family. Some twice a day, and if you eat 3 times a day, I mean, of course, you'll be big man. And then they would invade a place, and look at the entourage. Let's take submissions. This is from 3631. Margaret says, sometimes words are not needed. I am struggling to get my head. I need you to also see this, so you know that these are not my words. I am struggling to get my head around these polarities. In a nation where the majority of people are struggling to survive, to get the basics, the health system has completely collapsed, the education system is shambles, the highest unemployment rate of any nation in the world. Crimes has absolutely been on the increase for a very long time, and it goes on and on. And yet, these people are displaying their wealth for all to see. A fleet of private jets owned by the very politicians who claim to serve its people, from a nation without a national plane. Who is the joke and who is the joker? Who are your electorates? Who is this coming elections for? Do you ever see your people? Do you hear them? Can you feel them? Do you know them? We really need to be having these conversations with ourselves. We'll move on to another submission. This is from Technical DJ. Technical DJ says, I wonder if they all could afford or own, if they all could afford to own or charter private jets before they started holding public offices at different times in Nigeria. Electorates, please use your head this time. Those jets you see are your property. Money meant for good roads, your education and that of your children's money meant for affordable healthcare system, money meant for good, habitable and affordable housing system, healthy and 3 square meals, etc. All these and many more are those helicopters, private owned and chartered, that you saw in Jos yesterday. Use your head for once and vote wisely. And this is from World Trend HQ, says money no dey to pay teachers and workers, even those retired as pensioners, yet our leaders are buying jets of over $30 million. Even charter is around $30K per flight. Isn't this madness? And people will still want these leaders. May the prayer and pains of the poor they have ruined be upon you all. Amen. No, this time around, amen. Amen. Because I no. If you are confused, if you think you should vote for somebody because of a tribe that they are coming, or that they are from, that is not a good reason, and you cannot jeopardize the security of the nation because of that. If your only reason for casting your vote on a candidate is because of the tribe that they are from, please don't cast your votes. Are you not seeing what is happening? It should be much more than because you're a Yoruba man. They need to put much more on the table. Look at what happened at Jos. President Buhari was there, they were still stoning him. Not be still Jos, not be still the same nonsense everywhere. Then they write say Baba, say Baba. Is it the same person that when he contested against Jonathan, that they went about killing people, that if he doesn't win? Also now, yes, somebody shared their own story also. They came to their school in Abuja, they were shooting people. She lost her friends. I believe her parents took her out of the country after that. Same here, somebody shared their experience, and it is these same people who they say numbers. Okay, Mr. Pansat, I wanted that to go for the evening broadcast, but okay. It's the same people that are using it, and you see that same numbers. It's still that same numbers that they've converted to stones that are using to stone them. Now they should keep it up with the numbers that they are searching for. Because of numbers, APC decided to jeopardize the whole this thing and go for Muslim tickets. Look at greed, personal interest over national interest. And these are the same people. Of course, you've heard it from fellow Nigerian. All those helicopters that you see there, all those private jets, those are money for good education. Those are money for good healthcare system. Those are money for good roads. Those are money for, to put things in place. This one, worker come big pass the come big pass the company, big pass the people wey employ am, big pass the dream, the vision of the Okay, we have probably will take this one, this last comment before we move on to another topic. This is from Faston. Faston 550 says, is Nigeria a country? Just because of election, you people are flying private jet like children, playing with playing with toys. I'll take that again. Is Nigeria a country? Just because of election, you people are flying private jet like children playing with toys. And while the country's poverty is skyrocketing and your citizens are suffering. This same Yahaya Bello, there were viral videos of Kogi State, of people in Kogi State, ravaging in flood. This one was doing was it Buga challenge, or showing us how he's working out for one exotic hotel, going into his G-Wagon with his entourage, with his convoy. Can you imagine? See governor, when they see that our fathers have become irresponsible. And this is from Amma Enwe Reggie. Okay, it says the common man that determines who rules doesn't know he controls those people with private jets there. Nigerians, vote wisely. The road is unsafe for who go by land. Hmm. And this is from Crusader Bello. Says our politics is too expensive to run in this country. It is very difficult for the son or daughter of poor to reach anywhere in our political context except by grace of Almighty. Honestly, if you no owe money, if you no start to use money, push politics, honestly, and we need to change that status quo. I think until then we will not have good people out there. If we keep waiting for somebody to do all that, we will keep measuring our candidates by who gave 5 million naira during the flood and who gave 100 million naira. We will not have a better person on there. We won't. Because somebody doesn't have to be as a ritualist before they can go into Nigerian politics. It shouldn't be so. We should have just people who have what it takes. After all, it is not your personal money you are using to come and run the country. All right. Okay. Since we are still talking on this, Mr. Pansat, but it's not on here. Oh, to each and every one of you on this broadcast, thank you. Jacob Obedient, I see you. Innocent, I see you. Skystream, thank you. Faith Cass, thank you. Victor Smart, thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Mr. Pansat, okay.
Yes, Emma. Okay.
Please, let me
Let me just tee it up. Hello again. We were just together about an hour ago. Hello, Mr. Kennedy. We missed you from the earlier panel. I have a video. I'll just play maybe 1 minute of it. I have it teed up, but let me set up. This is in Jos, and this is Mr. Tinubu, former Governor Tinubu speaking. Buhari was there. The entire crowd were there, his people. But I want Nigerians to pay attention. The only reason why I'm showing this now is that probably nobody's going to show it, but this means a lot. There's these small things. Tinubu had so much baggage that his little things like this doesn't mean anything. People are looking at his drug dealing things, but look at how frail and weak and sick the man is. You feel sorry for him. I'll play it. I don't know if you're going to be able to help over there, nudge it back in. Okay, so there we go. I had it teed up for 1 minute.
In the right direction. That is the PDP. Is a tier umbrella.
That's umbrella.
Umbrella.
You see, somebody corrected him. Let me go back umbrella. So you could hear it again.
Umbrella. You want?
It's trying to say umbrella. Listen.
That is the PDP. Is a tier umbrella. Umbrella. Tier umbrella.
Okay, I'll pause it right there so I could say, I'm somebody who respects people's health, age, humanity, especially our brothers, Africans. I'm not presenting this in the light of mocking the man. Obviously, he's older and he's sick, or whatever the problem is. But we can't have this man as our president. You see, he's trying to say umbrella. But APC, what they've been doing is to have somebody accompany him so they could nudge him along and remind him his lines. This is very clear. Nobody's going to see that. This is too small to point out because he's got drug allegations, he's got drug convictions, albeit by settlement. So I am appealing to those who are with him, it's not going to work. It's not going to fly. We're not going to have, after Buhari, we should have learned our lessons. And then we have this man as our president. It's just not fair. If you take a look at comments on YouTube and other social media, you see Africans from South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, our African people chiming in and say, look, if I'm a Nigerian, this is no contest. Do the right thing. It's not even tribal. It's not countries, continental. Africans, we need to get up where we belong. Now, let me make one statement about the president, the governor of, I believe it's Kogi State, and his obsequious behavior. It's human when you're in front of the president or you're doing things to be servile, sycophantic, toadying around, like the British would say, funny. That's what he's doing there. It's not lost on me that he did, in the earlier segment we had, he won an award for something. I don't know. He won an award. I congratulate him for that. This is a young man. And I thought he was going the right direction, trying to bring up a revolution of the youth to take over our country and do better. But he's already corrupt, and lost his way. We have to do better, Nigerians, and I'm asking the youth, finally, I'll just say this finally. If you think, say, we'll go do obi, we'll go come out there, we'll go vote en masse, and these people are just going to count these votes and hand the country over to you. And I'll be saying, no good day for power now. If you be vulcanizer, if you be engineer, you be anything where you be for Nigeria, you need a good government. You need to take your country and make it good, because you could be a vulcanizer and somebody's gonna come from Bill Gates, come to your country and pick you up from there because you're the best at what you do. You don't have to be a PhD holder. You don't have to be anything, but you need opportunity and you need a great country, a great continent. And the
Oh, seem to have lost Mr. Pansat. Then, Mr. Pansat, I hope you try again. Okay, yeah, let's move on to Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, welcome to the broadcast, sir.
Thank you very much. What are we going to deliberate on?
Oh, okay. We could start with the first one we took today. A woman was locked in the house for 1 year by her husband, who was protecting her from his own family members that wanted to kill her.
Locked in the house for 1 year. Anyway, I think I will allow other people to deliberate on that so that I have the insight on in-depth insight on what happened to her. Let me deliberate on the campaign, the rally that took place in Jos. If you take your mind back to 2014, I think it's about almost exactly the same thing that happened when Buhari was contesting, because Buhari could not even remember the name of his vice presidential candidate at that time. He could refer to Osibanjo as Osibande, if some people here still has that recollection. He was calling his vice presidential candidate Osibande at that time. I think it's the same, almost the same thing that is happening to Bola Ahmed Tinubu at this point. And even Buhari's, he even forgot the name of his party. He couldn't remember that he was a member of APC. He called his party a very different name at that time. So look at the different videos of Tinubu where he goofed and where he almost fell off the stairs and all that. I can't actually imagine how wicked black people are, black Africans. So people are, clamoring for Tinubu to become the president when they know that this man is very sick. You know, it's not a crime to be sick. If you are sick, there's a place you have to belong to. You have to belong to either your home or at the hospital. So I see no reason why a sick man would want to lead a nation that is almost sick. A nation like Nigeria, where they say we are about 216. I listened to you in the afternoon or in the morning when you were saying Nigeria is now 216 million people. So when was the census, or who took the census, and how did they arrive at that 216 million people? About 6 months ago, we were, or 4 months ago, 3 months ago, we were 200 million people. You think Nigerians will just give birth to more than 20 million people in less than 3 or 4 months? That is about, a population of an average country in Africa. So I don't understand. People are dying. So why I said 20 million is you have to minus about 4 million that are probably dead in about these 4 months. You have about 16 million left. How can you have about 16 million bed, or no, 20 million bed in a country like Nigeria in about 3 or 4 months? You see, this is the way they think. If they inflate the population, then they'll have to inflate the number of people that will be voting, that the fictitious number of voters that they want to engage in this coming election. It's just a gimmick. It's just a way for these people to rig the election. That is what they're doing. You see, Buhari, Tinubu, he shouted Buhari, Buhari, Buhari. Nobody knew why he was shouting Buhari. Probably he didn't even know he was shouting Buhari at that time. Maybe because of, I don't know if he's still into drugs or whatever. I don't know why he has to shout Buhari so many times. And he said, God bless PD and APC, So, and these people, you can see how embarrassed this guy from the former governor of Rivers State, how embarrassed he was when he was standing beside Tinubu, when Tinubu was goofing and making all sorts of mistakes. I mean, Amechi wrote him. He was so embarrassed. There was nothing he could do about it. And he called umbrella. So it's really funny. And people are still clapping for him. They want him to become the president of Nigeria. So we are into a very big mess. I think God, if we have to pray to God to come into the minds of these people that are clamoring for Tinubu to become the president, they can change their mind, ask him to just resign whatever he wants to get into, and allow Peter Obi, the new kid in the block, to take over the affairs of the country, so that these doldrums that we are now, we continue to get out of it gradually. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you for your submission and thank you for being on the platform with us. Thank you. All right, Mr. Pansati, you're back here. Mr. Pansat. All right, Mr.
Yes, Em,
Chimaobi.
I'm here, but go ahead to the next person. I would come
Okay,
around
Mr.
again.
Chimaobi, how are you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good morning.
Good day to you, sir.
Yeah, Ima, there's something I want to say. I don't know, since over 5 days now, I can't be able to support you guys because anytime I tried, I will receive a message that's unable to obtain message. So like me, I don't know what happened. I can't be able to do that. Even when I don't want to join the program, I always listening. But whenever I want to support, it happened yesterday, it happened right now. It's telling me unable to obtain message. So I don't know what it's for. I don't know.
Okay, I'll check in with our tech team and I'll get back to you if it's from us or if it's from your bank. Thank you very much. And if any other person is experiencing that issue, please let us know. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Mr. Chimaobi, let's have you, sir.
Yes, thank you. From the message Mr. Fansat just showed, right? And from the last speaker, when you look at the background, of that rally yesterday, and you look at the background of the faces of people around Tinubu, you will see that they are afraid, they are frightening to knowing what Tinubu will say next, to know the blunder that Tinubu will commit next. Because when he mentioned that PDP, APC, majority of the people around him, they put their hand in their face. Some cover their, like use their hand to cover their mouth to express how bad they felt. I'm telling Nigerians that the whole people supporting Tinubu know that Tinubu is not capable. Like what the last speaker said, our neighboring countries, our friends, our neighboring African countries, brothers, foreign countries that are watching Nigeria, when they watch this debate, people are tweeting, people are messaging. How can Nigeria punish themselves like this? How is it possible that Nigerians are so blind that they pick a blind man to rule Nigeria? When you look at how Tinubu speak, flashback to 2014, you will see that energy is no longer there. Tinubu cannot stand for 30 minutes by himself. Look at how the distance it took him to make a one sentence. Look at how long it took him. That is we call it dysarthria. He had difficulty speaking. He had difficulty, his tongue. He had difficulty speaking. That is why he can be able to stretch anytime he wants to mention something. He can't be able to speak out like the way he was before. This man was a vibrant man. He doesn't think what to say. He say whatever he wants to say. But this time around, watching closely, you will see that before he makes a statement, it will take him so long. If we calculate the distance before he can voice anything out, it is all sign of stroke. Completely sign of stroke. But they kept pushing this man to Nigeria because they have an agenda. They kept pushing him. Look at their campaign. A whole APC first presidential campaign, 2022. The whole atmosphere is like a war place. They just showed what happened in the surface. They were fighting themselves in that campaign ground. More videos will be coming out for people, the world, to see that all the people following these people is just because of money, because of brown and yellow envelope they have receiving. And Nigeria, please, everybody that comes to this Nigeria watch, I always listen, is very, very smart. It's very, very intelligent. And they mean good to Nigerians. Let us not deceive ourselves. Tinubu and Atiku is taking us nowhere. If these two candidates, any of them emerge, we will be happy because we can see Buhari. Buhari can sometimes show up. But I'm telling you, Tinubu and Atiku will never, we will see them no more. We can only hear from the presidency. That is what will happen. And we don't want that. And our following neighboring country will be laughing at us. Every country in the world will laugh at Nigeria. After Buhari make all this blunder and left Nigeria, Tinubu will come back again and stand in front of the international countries. We are finished. We are finished. I remember here, the first time I came to Nigeria was here, I joined you guys. When Tinubu won APC presidential campaign, he returned to Lagos. The first day this man returned to Lagos, the convoy that followed this man, they closed the road, they closed the airspace for just a presidential candidate. And somebody on the background was saying that Nigeria is finished. Nigeria is finished. Indeed, Nigeria is finished. If this man entered that office, Nigeria is completely finished because there is nothing. Nothing. So let us vote wisely. Let every one of us vote wisely. Right now, the majority of people surviving in Nigeria is the help they are getting from diaspora. As I always said here, the citizenship, the social security we are enjoying wherever we are right now is just a privilege. It can be taken out from us at any given time. So the people that are still bragging wherever they are, I'm safe. You are not safe. If your country back home is not safe, you are not safe. So we should do all we can, educate our people back home, let them know the importance of their decisions. Thank you. I will come back. Hold on, I'm coming.
All right, Mr. Lego, thank you very much for that. Mr. Collins, how are you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast.
Sister Ma, thank you for having me. And good evening, Mr. Pansett. Good evening, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, I want to know if you are back from Nigeria or are you still in Nigeria? And
I'm back, but I'll be going back again soon. Thank you.
okay, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you to the last speaker, Mr. The last speaker. I don't want to say too much. I think I listened to what Mr. Pansett said. He made a very good point, and listened to what Mr. Kennedy said, and the last speaker. I think they all did a very good analysis of how Nigerians have been working. We can't find ourselves where we are today and not taking action. I think the situation Nigeria have found, we find ourselves as citizens. It required an action, and that is why you see everybody is crying. Because if we don't take action, I don't see where Nigeria is going. This is the time that when people are start screaming from east, from south, from west, from people are screaming all over the country. That shows you that the situation we find ourselves is nothing to call home. So now, looking at the kind of people that they keep presenting to us, the reason people, not that maybe nobody's interested when it comes to Nigeria politics or nobody don't want to involve he or herself in election. It's just because the candidate you present to people, when people look at those, it's not encouraging. It's not encouraging anywhere. You can't see any candidate when they present in Nigeria that will give you hope or even will give you that passion for you to come out to vote. That is when it comes to election, the Nigeria choose to play football. They choose to go to their market if the shop can open. They go to their various, even people put on wedding day, they put wedding on election day because they find that there is nothing for them to come out to vote because these are the same system they are used to. So there is no credible candidate that will motivate Nigeria. There is no credible candidate that Nigeria's passion will come out to exhibit their passion. That is why everybody just forget about whatever politics is all about. But now, because of P2B coming, P2B have resurrected a lot of people. People now say, okay, now we now see somebody who we can counter vote. We now see somebody who believe in what we believe. We now see somebody who have faith in Nigeria. We now see somebody who ideas is kind of idea we have. We now see somebody who have this light in him, who have that passion. That is why you see everybody in Nigeria is clamoring for P2B. Nothing. This is the first time that Nigerian people are bringing their own hard-earned money, supporting felation. Before, it's the other way around. You have to give people. But now, people are giving out. People are bringing their money. Even people are doing all kind of things. Like yesterday, when medias, sometimes I think the journalism in Nigeria is dead. I look at there was something they reported yesterday in Sahara. They said P2B supporters are buying votes. Their supporter. Thank God, if people were commenting, say, thank God you call P2B supporter. Now, because of P2B supporters are helping people going to the rural areas, feeding people, clothing people, he now call it vote buy. Is that how people see vote buy? This is Nigeria feeling. One thing about Nigeria, forget about whatever our politicians is doing us. There are these things about Nigeria. Nigeria is very people that they love themselves. If somebody is willing to give. That is one thing about Nigeria. We like to share things between ourselves. We like to share. That is one in Europe or in any part of the country. Even when people beg, say people work, people don't care. It's only in Nigeria maybe when you are cooking, you don't have pepper. You can go to your neighbor, say, please, do you have pepper? Let me use it and cook. They will share with you. But here, you can't do that rubbish here. So we have this passion that we kind of share with them. So when people are doing this in the name of P2B, what if instead of media to encourage them, says, look at what this P2B campaign have brought Nigeria together. It's kind of bringing people together. People now see themselves, oh, this is my brother, this is my sister. I can share ideas with people. We're now bringing people, ideas change. It's not like before. Nobody sees anybody like enemy again. Now, Hausa and Igbo or Yoruba can come one thing and contribute their money, say, we are going to Lagos in this street to share things. We are going to Meduguri to share things. That is ideas. That is what politics is all about, love. And that is because of P2B coming to this election space. So when you see things are happening like this and the people are trying to, label it as a violence, label it as people that is not, they are not going anywhere. Those people are deluded. Election of P2B have changed the politics in Nigeria. It's better for people to start waking up because what is happening now have changed everything automatically. Now, let's come into this Tinubu and article of it. Yesterday, if you watch Tinubu campaigning, 30 people arrived with jet. 30. We are talking about 30 people. When Nigerians are here crying, 30 people. Why can't they? We are talking about cost of governance. And 30 people, imagine 30 people, that money can even,
Mr.
that if,
Collins?
yeah, sorry, 30 people alone, 30 people alone, that money alone can change the life of people that were suffering now in this flood that is happening in Nigeria. Imagine what that money can do in every part of the community. That money can change people's life. But look at how that money are being wasted. So for me, all I'm just saying, I don't want to say much. I just want to say that what P2B have brought to Nigeria space is unity. And looking at this unity, and that is what we are holding on, and that is what is going to win this election. The unity of Nigeria is going to defeat whatever thing that APC bringing, whatever thing PDP is throwing.
All right, Mr.
By
Collins.
Nigeria unity, we are going to win the election. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Collins. Thank you also to Mr. Pansa. Thank you for your donation. God bless you, sir. Mr. Edolite, to each and every one of you that has taken our time to, support us today. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you are yet to, please take our time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign. Please engage us. Thank you very much. And like this broadcast, please. Thank you very much. Mr. Pansat, are you available?
Yes, I am available.
Okay, Mr. Pansat.
Why? We're going out to dinner or something?
After giving your submission in 3 minutes, then yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Pansat.
I thank my fellow panelists. Mr. Kennedy, it's good to see you. Chima Obi, Mr. Collins, and of course, in the comment section, the best mommy in the world, Mommy Diaspora, and everybody else, fellow obedience. I would like to say to my fellow Nigerians, we're lucky because what the cabal, obviously a cabal is a group of people who are united in some way and designed to perpetuate the system. They could be small, they could be massive in scale. But we're lucky that what the cabal is trying to do is to pass the baton over to new group. It's not Babangida and Obasanjo, Buhari, that particular formidable cabal. There are people who's been working on that Buhari, and they're trying to figure a way to pass this baton to themselves and their children, perpetuate what's going on in the country. All we have to do is to stop them. They're not that many. We have to do the right thing. That's all we have to do, is to do the right thing, to take the country and progress it. These people, we can defeat them. We have a humble servant who wants to serve the country. Even his opponents admit there's just one thing that everybody is stipulated to, is that P2B is a humble person. Now, they say it because we don't take time to dissect words and look at the word itself or the character of a person who is humble. Humble person is obedient, cares about the rights of others. A humble person is a servant. He doesn't care who gets the credit. That's generically a humble person is known for those things. A humble person puts others before themselves. A humble person doesn't go by press releases, protects others. The Bible says in Matthew 11:29 that the humble people are gentle. They are quick to forgive. They're thankful. They treat others with respect. They have tender consciences and quick to repent. They're quiet and they speak. They know when to speak and when to be silent. They know their weaknesses and readily admit them. Like we saw, Peter Obi respond to Soludo, says, look, I did my part. I'm just a trader. The Lord has blessed us where you are you're the governor of my state now. So you take over from here and do what I haven't done. The schools I didn't roof, you roof them. Humble people are patient and don't get easily frustrated with others. They speak for the helpless. They are not know-it-alls. They rejoice and weep with others. They are peacemakers. And they have a deep, abiding faith in the Lord. I'm going to go ahead and post something somebody made famous. His name is Roy Lesson. I posted in the general comment section right now about humility, which everybody admits that P2B has humility in his heart. So I thank you very much, Emma, for your graciousness and hard work for the country. Let me thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Pansa, thank you for your time on here with us. Much appreciated to each and every one of you, my amazing panelists. A big thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Thank you also to each and every one of you watching us. Thank you so very much. Today we've taken, let's see, all the stories. Let's take a recap of our stories so far. Did I say 9 persons that were adopted Calabar Road, yes, Cross River on Monday, 9 persons were abducted by unknown gunmen. And if we are going to link this to what is happening, one of our panelists here shared that his family, they have to go live in the bush they have to go sleep in the bush at night. They stay at home daytime, and at night they go to the bush because of whatever the military is doing, is whatever attack that the military are taking down to that local government. Well, he's not disclosed. They said this from Imo State, but I brought the news here 2 days ago in Anambra, Ihanafe local government area or community, where the military have so far killed over 20 people, taking over 20 able youths, seizing their weapons, weapons, so to say, the guns, cutlass, and all of those things. And when they come, they storm the area, they raid, they harass the people. That's the few that are in the community. Many are said to be at the various IDP camps because of the flood in that area. So the ones that are left there, they don't stay. They've closed their shops. Some have had to flee. Some have voluntarily. Some have involuntarily to the camp to go stay, looking for safeness. It just has to say with the insecurity going on. And we are still talking about the Lagos-Ibadan expressway that has become like the hotspot for them, and the kidnappings that is ongoing. We cannot at this point not all come to say that it is very deliberate of the government not to fight insecurity. At this point, I don't think there's anybody right here who wants to contest this or say otherwise of this. This is deliberate, and it has gone into all parts, and nothing is being done. It would have been a perfect time when these people came out and said, released the video saying that they were coming for the president, and they'll get to Aso Rock. That would have been a good time for the president to react with action. But no, nothing. They just laughed over it. And we've heard the presidential candidate of APC saying that he will not distance himself from Buhari's legacy. Please, which of the Buhari's legacy would you want to continue? Is it from when he was the president in the 90s? or now? Which of the legacies? Is there anyone better for us to even pick from? And also for us to checkmate our governors. When it's time for governorship election, what are they saying? Who are they endorsing? We need to check these things out too. Look at the governor of Kogi State. How would they not stone them? How can you look at this Nigeria and you say that Nigeria is better under Buhari's government? Which Nigeria? You dare to lie to Nigerians that are going through a lot? And you say they will not stone them? And to the people of Nigeria, have you come to see how much power we have? Were the police not there? Were the military not there? There truly is power in the people. It is because we keep collecting 5,000, 13,000, because we don't have a voter's card, because we are not voting right, because we are all catching crews and creating memes on the internet. As if we came to this life to just be joking up and down. We should be the cruise masters. Look at what they've turned us to. Since we've decided to be cruise masters, they've turned themselves to slave masters. And who are they enslaving? Who are they enslaving? Now you can't even go interstate. You can't move freely inter-community. If it is not the branded ones, the unbranded ones will carry you. And nobody is saying anything. This thing with the military has been going on for over 2 weeks. It has been in the news. I was saying it the other day that we need to talk about this. We have the military taking this man. So I'm sure that's what made my Mr. Majid to come out to open up and say his family this is what his family are going through. So it doesn't even matter if you're in the country or not. Do you not have anybody back here that you at least give a two about? Unless you don't. And if you don't, this is home. I believe every time that we come out here, we are educating one or two persons. So to my amazing panelists and even to those on the comment section, I beseech you, please do not give up. Let's always come out here, give our submissions. Let's talk to people as much as we can. Everybody is on the internet. Everybody is on the internet. So they see, they hear, they watch. They might not hear my submission. They might not hear Mr. Kennedy's, but they'll definitely hear Mr. Collins's submission. They'll definitely hear Mr. Alex's. They'll definitely hear another person's if they don't hear mine. We can't allow the bad eggs to keep talking out there. I'm painting another narration. Somebody that is outside will think, oh, the country is good. The kind of things that is in the paper, you say the country. When Mr. Alex gave his submission this morning, I knew he stays right here in Nigeria. You cannot sound this. The tone cannot just be the same, because you see these things and the fear of it happening to you is there. The people that it is happening to, they don't have two heads. All it is that makes them a victim is to be a Nigerian in Nigeria. That's all that qualifies you. Mr. Alex, welcome to the broadcast. Before we move on to the last topic, let's have you give your suggestion, sir. Your submission, sorry.
Thank you, madam. The Fulani killer X-Men, they know their boundaries. They know if they cross our community, they are dead. They tried before, and they know.
Are we really going to be saying this? They're really covering up on if we're having honest conversations here, they're covering up on every quarter. And what are we saying? What are we doing? Yes,
well, I'm telling you what I am doing, and I love my community. Everybody knows my community. And my community is one of the most formidable. God is the one that protects, but we are doing our own work. And we've been waiting for them. They came once and they left. They know what they saw. I can't say those things on air. So everybody they have to be ready.
Talk about the military that is going into this community and picking up the youth.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The South is Nnamdi Kanu not vindicated now? Is Ojukwu not vindicated now? Is Sunday Igboho not vindicated now? So, what are the real threats now to the society? They know the path they can cross. I'm telling you, Everybody have to be ready. And we are not in a country. We are in a zoo, a banana republic. Anything can happen anytime. Whether you die at 100 years or you die at 35 or 40 or 50, music gonna go at one point. I'd rather die fighting than die, as a coward, being shot on my back while running. So some communities are ready for them, and they know, they have intelligence. As I'm even talking to you, some of them are listening to us. They know what hatred will leaders have to unleash 6 million killers on 200 million people. We have never seen this kind of recklessness, this kind of desperation to loot, to destroy and rule. There is divide and rule, there is indirect rule, there is policy of assimilation by the French colonizers, but this is destroy and rule. Nigerians colonizing Nigerians and killing Nigerians. We heard about the Aba women riot of 1929. Our women rose up against the colonial masters. Now we have to rise against ourselves, because some lunatics, some power drunk people, some materialistic, animalistic baboons chose to continue to enslave Nigerians, chose to close down the schools, chose to shut down electricity, chose to destroy our roads, chose not to provide employment, chose to continue to turn Nigeria into a business empire. And we who are the children of the Aba women riot heroines are saying no. We are the children of the war veterans who held Nigeria to a standstill in 1967. They declared a no victor, no vanquish. We are saying no. We are the brothers and sisters of the 1,000 lives who were killed at Lekki Tollgate, and we are saying no. We'll continue to fight for our land. This is our land. It's our fatherland. We have no other land. We'll defend it with diplomacy. We'll do it with civilization, and unfortunately, we'll do it with violence when it comes to that. You cannot give me the reason or the rationale behind a set of leaders unleashing people from Niger Republic, from Chad, from Mali, from Guinea-Conakry, on innocent women and children in the farmlands. I cannot allow my sister, my own daughters, my own mother to be raped by a stranger. Not when I'm alive. Take me out first. And it's not going to be easy. Not everybody you take out easily. So I don't just talk. We do what we say. And we've been doing our best for the past 2-3 years. Instead of having a Fulani brought up governor as our Edo State governor, who is complacent, who is quiet, who is busy announcing useless projects, instead of fixing the fundamental duty of every leader, which is to provide lives, security of lives and of properties for citizens. This is the core reason why you were voted into power. You went around villages, around neighborhoods, soliciting and campaigning with lies, promising them that you will protect them. Many of those women and men who voted this governor are dead now. So let me address the young governor in Kogi State. That guy is a nitwit. For me, I've always seen him as a retarded fellow. This is somebody who is eating a lot. When you are eating, you can't talk. Even when you talk, sometimes it don't make sense. So the guy has eaten a lot of money. I don't blame him, but he will not be spared. Kogi youth are also very hungry with him. I've got friends there. People are waiting. We are just waiting for this Peter Obi's, Peter Obi democratic election. This is the only chance we are giving to democracy, because nothing is working. This is not a nation. It's a business empire. Our grandfathers endured it. Our fathers endured it. We have endured it to some extent, and our children will not have to endure it. We want to defend our land. So everything Nnamdi Kanu said, the 6 hours meeting Ojukwu gave, the 6 hours speech he gave when he declared Biafra is justified. That we are not the same. This is not a nation. What has the Nigerians done to you? Why are you imposing and recycling wicked people? Look at how Tinubu was behaving. The guy that should be with his grandchildren and his great-grandchildren, enjoying his life, or taking care of his grandchildren, or taking care of his health. He should be consulted as an elder statesman. This is a guy that has criminal record with drugs, narcotics. This is a guy that ruled as a governor. He converted the whole state. 90% of Lagos State belong to Tinubu. So for me, this is a deliberate attempt to continue to enslave Nigerians Unfortunately, not by outside, although by Britain, but indirectly, but directly by some callous, some unpatriotic, some strangers who call themselves Nigerians. Guys, be ready to fight. It's time to fight. We've talked enough. We've spoke all the English. We've been diplomatic. We've been very civil. We've been very, very cordial. But it's time to take your own life into your hands and protect yourself. It is called self-defense. It's a call to defend your land. Defend your land. Nobody will do it for you. America will not come and do it. We are at that point where anything can happen to you. You can be going out and you may not come back. God forbid. But everybody should be ready. This is a deliberate insecurity. There is no insecurity. You have government leaders who are creating insecurity to loot money, nothing else. They shut down schools. They have unleashed killers. They make sure our doctors and our lawyers, our able-bodied men and women leave the country. They do everything intentional and pick a few gullible ones to act as spokesperson. The likes of Festus Keyamo, shameless Sam, useless Sam, who is a disgrace to the legal luminary. This guy has questions. He has questions to come and, he will face justice when it's time. We are not fools. So guys, whatever you see in Nigeria, for me, it's deliberate. It's very, very intentional. It's a business model. Destroy and rule. So I'm happy that Nigerians are pushing back. I'm happy that the Easterners are pushing back. I'm happy that in spite of the governors that are the puppets of the Fulani government in Abuja, the Fulani killer machine, we still have citizens who are defending themselves. We may not have all the weapons. We may not have all the weapons. That we need, but we have a way of fighting back. You can't kill everybody. Nigeria belongs to us, and we will defend our land to the last. So for me, guys, get your PVC, but just be ready. Anything can go wrong now, because you can see, how can people be pushing a man that is almost 100 years old, pushing him to be a president? Is that no wickedness? Is that no carelessness? Is that not intentional? Then tomorrow you tell me they are kidnapping people. They are taking girls from school. The Chibok girls kidnap saga was orchestrated by politicians. The perpetual insecurity, never ending insecurity. All the weapons, all the fighter jets, where are they? Guys, we are not babies. Other parts of the country may be babies, but we in Edo are not babies. We know what is going on. We are not troublemaker, but when you come for us, you will not find it easy. So I will drop it here. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Alex, thank you very much thank you for that one. Thank you for your submission. Well, no one could have said it better. No one could have said it better. Thank you. That was a lot. And wow. Okay. Thank you to each and every one of you on the comment section. Thank you. Thank you. Dokajo, I see you right there. Okay. Okay, Michael Okere, thank you very much. Michael Okere says Obi should stop that nonsense, calling all those evil fools his brothers. All right. Seems that we are taking or leashing it out on our governors. Now, when we look at this, we have governors. I think one of the reasons why, you get to pick someone from that state is, so you will feel that you will have that heart towards your people. But our governors are, that's where the biggest disappointment comes from. You are not fighting for your people. Before we get to those House of Representative members, let's look at the governor, the chief security officers. I would even like to, think and count the ones that are up and running, and we will say, we envy you people. I think we also need to, the way we are pushing for this, we cannot let the spirit, die when it comes to the governorship election as well. We have to push. We have to look at the people. Who are you loyal to? Who is your godfather? Does the little things matter to you? We can always tell the signs if we just pay attention. We can always tell the signs. I mean, look at the terrifying sight of how Deborah was killed. And somebody like Atiku, who is such a figure, who plans to, run as a president, or who dreams to father the nation, would take down that video because a certain group of people called him out. I tell you, the signs are always there. Let's nib it. Let's not wait till they get to this point. Let's stop, and pushing them, because we're the ones pushing them. We're the ones that get them to where they be eventually. Because if we don't vote them, they will not be there. They will just be some rich person and that'll be it. But we are the ones that enable them. We are the ones that give them the power. So let's give the power to the worthy ones. Mr. Kennedy.
Yes, thank you very much. I can see the reason why Mr. Alex is kind of very explosive. I think the explosiveness, I will take his explosiveness to be a positive explosiveness because I have been to Nigeria 3 times this year. I didn't go there to play. I went there with some resources to invest. Believe you me, I couldn't even decide on what to do because the moment you get to Nigeria, you are so confused. There's no system, there's no structure, nothing is working, and you're just so confused that you decide to come back to Japan and begin to work towards the next trip. And the next trip is going to be the same. But anyway, Mr. Alex, I will get your number. I would like to meet you so that we can, talk about issues. I asked for the contact of Mr. Pansat. I've not heard from you. Anyway, hit me up on Facebook.
It's coming. Yes,
So,
it's coming.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, that about that. You see, Mr. Alex he has used a kind of adjective on the man from Kogi State, that is Yahaya Bello. People call him Yahaya Bello. I think a lot of people call him Yahaya Bello too. He's a nitwit. That's the best adjective he has used on that guy. That guy is supposed to be a child of providence because of the way he came to power after the death of the governor. The governor, after the election, voters, they went to vote, and before the announcement of the result, the guy that's supposed to win just died, and I don't know how APC manipulated, and Yeye Bello was brought there to rule the state. And you can see that the three of them, for me, these three prominent Nigerians are very outstanding people that have so disappointed us because they were youths. Somebody like this, Yeye Bello, Dino Melaye, and one guy that was the Speaker of the House of Assembly during Jonathan's regime. I think he was about 39 years old then. These were all youths that have disappointed Nigerians. Like somebody has rightly said, all these people that are disappointing us, they will have a case to answer when the good government comes into power. There are a lot of them, these young people, and Lai Mohammed and Adeshina, the personal assistant to Buhari, and Garba Shehu. These are people that have been dislodging the fellow Nigerians. They tell us lies. They brandish a lot of statistics that are not correct, and I think they all have a case to answer when it comes to when the right government comes into power. You see, this Yahaya Bello, he said Nigeria is better under Buhari. I don't know. Maybe his head needs to be examined too. I think he's one of the people that are causing problems in the country. He knows how he came in the second term. He never won the second term. You know what happened when Buhari's wife and Oshomole went to campaign for him during his second term? They were begging the people of Kogi State to forgive him, and actually, he never won. He was rigged into power, and he got his second term. So probably because they don't know the value of election. That is why when they get in there, they begin to misbehave, and they just say whatever they want to say. Look at his state. His state having been ravaged by flood and all that, and very poor state. He has got nothing to offer. He never paid salary. He was owing about 6 to 9 months salary before when he was campaigning for second term. Even without paying that, he could be rigged into power. Why would he not speak the way he is speaking to Nigerians? And that is the person that wanted to go for Nigeria president. So you can understand the situation we are. So Nigeria is at the crossroad, and we need to take this power back from these people. And to take this power back, look, I quite understand the way Alex is speaking. You see, all these countries that are developed today, a lot of people are still in jail for fighting for, good governance. They are still in jail. We don't have to sit there and massage the ego of these people and think that without using incendiary words or statements on them, they will get our country. We will never get it. We have to be strong on them. We have to tell them how it is. We say it how it's supposed to be. We have to, galvanize our people to be able to go out on that day to vote. And we have to take this country back. Sometimes, there's one president that said, I think President George Bush second, he said, sometimes you go to war in order to achieve peace. So these are the pertinent things we are supposed to think about. We don't just have to. And Mr. Obi too, let me talk to Mr. Obi. Sometimes it's not just all the time you begin to behave like a woman, or you want to behave like a saint. No, in politics, more especially African politics, there is no saint. Give it to them, woto. If they give it to you, send it back to them. We are here for you. Send it back to them. Don't massage them. Say it the way it is. Talk to them. Talk to this I don't know, the useless Soludo. Just talk to you. Look at his face. I know he's been attacked by the gods of the land, not only Ebola. He's been attacked by the gods of the whole Nigeria. Look at him. He should know. Soludo should know that. So the problem is trying to get into the people that started the same problem. They have not been able to get out of it. Look at Ekwere Madu, what he's facing today because he badmouthed Obi. Look at the other one that is not a prophet that said he's a prophet, Umbaka, from Adoration Ministry. Look at what he's passing through today. So the same thing Soludo will pass through. I want to talk to the people of Anambra State. Make sure this Soludo does not get the second term unless he comes out publicly to apologize to the obedience and the whole nation. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. All right, Mr. Chimaobi. Okay, Mr. Chimaobi, your network is not very. So I will come back to you. Please trying again. I'll come back to you, Mr. Collins. Let's have you, please.
Yeah, thank for having me back. I think we are talking about Yahaya Bello, So for me, I think Yahaya Bello is one of the problems that we have in Nigeria. People like Yahaya Bello, because when you see people like this who claim that whenever you see him coming out or making some statement, you begin to ask yourself, how do Yahaya Bello get to become a governor of Kogi State? And this is my first time hearing how he become Kogi governor, and that is unfortunate. When people like that becomes hold a power, you begin to ask yourself, what really happened? So for me, it's a disappointment that we keep electing people which I believe that not people of Kogi elected Bello. I think it's how Nigeria system, people will vote another thing, the system will give you another thing. That is how people like Yabe. What do you expect for Yabe to say? Because this is the system that brought him to power. So because the system have done well for him, and that is why he finds himself to become a governor of Kogi State. Because if it's a system that is functioning very well, I don't think Yabe should even be considered to become a governor of Kogi State. But because of the system is failed already, so people like Yabe cannot become the governor of Kogi State. So as somebody who is benefiting from the government, you expect him to say stuff like this. So when you're able to release a statement like this, I'm not angry. I'm not angry because that is what I expect him to say. Is he able to go and say, yeah, Buhari government is bad? No, he won't utter that nonsense. He will only say Buhari government is the best thing that happened to Nigeria because it's the best thing that happened to him. And that is why Yabelo is a governor today because of Buhari is a president, because of the system is not working. So when the system is not working, Yahaya Bello is not even considered even to become a councillor. Look at the problem facing Kogi people. Even the lady that was contesting Senate in PDP is having even that Yahaya Bello have been threatened to that lady life from day one. So those things are things that even Yahaya Bello need to be arrested, because that girl have provided so many information that are supposed to get Yahaya Bello arrested. But
Right,
because of a
Natasha
country,
Doagan, I
yeah,
think is her name.
yeah, yeah. That because the system is not functioning. And that is why people like Ebola keep rolling up and down. They can come out and release a statement. Nobody will hold them. Nobody will arrest. Nobody will question them. So I
And
think,
it's amazing. It's amazing how they do this before us. Remember the senator that that
yeah,
that slapped the lady at the store the
yeah.
other day?
At least that one have come to apologize.
Nothing
But
happened.
Yahaya Bello, if you even when I watch how the girl was, the lady was saying everything right from the moment, because she rejected to collect money from Yahaya Bello. From that moment, she turned an enemy to Yahaya Bello. And Yahaya Bello have been threatening her life, threatening her everything she does. And that girl have reported to police, and nobody is taking action. So Yahaya Bello sees himself as a god in Kogi State. And the reason Yahaya Bello will not speak anything good to Nigeria, because he believe all of them, I'm telling you, mark it anywhere. Mark my word. If Peter Obi happened to be president of Nigeria, people are still hoping on if Peter Obi become a president of Nigeria. Since if the house is not by labor, or the house is not, the Senate is not by labor, he's not going to do anything. They are deceiving themselves. Peter Obi is not there for house. If Peter Obi put any system that is going to function for Nigeria, trust me, he's there for Nigeria. He's not there for your own Senate. He's not there for your own local government. Once things are being implemented, Nigeria are seeing good things. Trust me, everybody have to queue. And people like Yahaya Bello knows that them are going to pay dearly for it. Those why you see all these things, they are trying to do everything to come against Peter Obi, because they know with his vision, most of them are going to be arrested, and most of them are going to be questioned. Nigeria is not going to be running like mad people like Yahaya Bello can come out and do whatever he wants to do and question people, and nobody's going to question him. So for me, I think people like Yahaya Bello are the problem we have today. And that is why we have to make sure we vote them out and make sure that we brought them to justice and we question them. So for me, it's not a new thing. When Yabelo says something, I don't want Nigeria to get offended because Yabelo released a statement. We should expect that from Yabelo. What do you expect? You expect that from Yabelo. So it's not a new thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. Thank you very much. And thank you also, and there you go. Mr. Pastor, are you still on?
Yes, I'm here.
Mr.
It's my turn.
Okay. Yes, it is, sir.
All right. I thank the last speaker and actually the one before him as well, and for referencing Miss Natasha Doagan's plight. She was a guest at Dr. Damage's show, and we were able to talk to her. Very bright, very beautiful Nigerian, a Democrat. Unfortunately, she's in the PDP. She's one of those that should be with P2B in this Labour Party. Now, those we heard Mr. Alex speak. It's our brother who's blessed with the voice. You know, like when you read the Bible, sometimes you hear about there's a voice crying in the wilderness. That was John the Baptist. In that particular verse of the Bible, it originates in Isaiah 40, chapter 40, verse 3, but it's re-emphasized in the New Testament, Mark 1, I think, Mark chapter 1, verse 3. And that voice is crying in the wilderness, saying to set the path straight. You're not supposed to go cross-checking a voice like that. You could hear all of our collective despair in his voice and the disrespect. Somebody coming and killing us. People we could defeat in a war. And he's crying and say, hey, look, don't do it. If you do it, we're just not going to sue you or take a line down. So somebody's going to come here trying to cross-check him to say that he's talking violence. You know, what we have to put up. I'm just praying that February comes so I'll be done with this. That's what we have to put up. We have a man like that, blessed with that voice, that's against injustice and his people being killed. And he's not supposed to talk. Luckily for now, why am I interested? Is because of people like Mr. Alex and Ido people, Bini people in general. We can sit back and let them talk, because I can't say that. What Mr. Alex just said there, even though I'm not as gifted as he is, oratorically speaking, but that's what I want to say, but I can't say because I'm an Igbo man. Once I say that, they will say they don't come. So they will dominate this, they will do this. But here's a man speaking the truth for everybody. It's not just, it's talking about Chibok girls. Our girls in a secondary school. You kidnap 300 girls. You're the one who's talking violence and doing it. You've done it already. That is enough to go to war. You can't come and kidnap 300 girls from a school where you have men in the society and they're just gone forever. We're forever precluded from seeing these girls again. Or our wives and our mothers going to the farm and you're killing them. And we're saying, don't do this, don't do that. You say we're talking violence. Get the hell out of here. That voice is a voice in the wilderness. So set the path clear for Labour Party, who we've all adopted. This is not my method of revolution, which we need very badly in that country. But if you say, let's do it democratically, okay, then there's the way of compromising. That's what we're doing, we're compromising. We want to do it democratically. But don't come here. You hear a man like Alex talking here every day. We enjoy his voice. He's back home. He's at home. He's speaking for all of us. And you want to pain him that he's talking violence, as if we don't know who he is. Does he have time? Please. It's annoying. And we tolerate dissent here. This is not my platform. I'm a visitor. I'm a stranger here. But if you were here when the owner, the proprietor, he set up something good here. It doesn't matter who's moderating it. They know what the rules and the guidelines are. He's ruled that this place, what we're doing here is not debate. It's not academic debate. We have a mission. We have a candidate that everybody said, okay, look, this is a humble man. He's fair. It doesn't matter what tribe he's come from. He's a Nigerian. So we want to support him and peacefully return the country back to democracy and go from there. So that's what we're doing here. If you're here to make academic debate, I'll meet you in another platform and we could debate. I'll defeat you in a debate. Trust me. This is not a debate. Don't come here to color anybody talking violence, because we're not going to sit there and have people killing us. Get that through your skull. Thank you very much.
Mr. Delight Watch, thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast. And I'm surprised that you are not liking. Please take out time to like the broadcast, please take out time to like the broadcast, invite someone and share the link. Thank you very much to everyone that has taken out time to support us today. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you very much. At this point, I would like to say, please, let's stick to the topic, but I know you'd better have it the other way. Let's see who else we have here. Oh, Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex.
Yes, thank you. Guys, we are one. They divide us during politics. They divide us during elections. But when it's time to loot our treasury, they exchange bank details. You see them together attending each other's daughters' weddings. So these guys don't want us. They don't like us. So we are voting for the best candidates. So for me, kidnapping and taking away the Chibok girls, they were just testing the ground. Our youth were too busy then, taking life as usual, because we are well brought up children. Average Nigerian kid is well brought up to respect order. When your mother is taking you to school for the first time, whether kindergarten, primary school, university, she tell you a lot of things. Don't put me to shame. You are not the only one there. Sometimes she will open her hand and show you her armpit. Look at my armpit. I don't have hair. That's a parable. Please, I am motherless. I'm fatherless. Your dad will kill me if you run into trouble. Blah, blah, blah. Those things stick into our head, and we are good kids. But these guys took us for granted. No Benin man, no Yoruba man will go to the north and carry AK-47 and walk around. Talk less of killing somebody in Kano, in Sokoto, and no justice. We all know how Deborah was lynched, broad daylight. The memory still lingers in my mind. And we say that we are one Nigeria. The killers are still walking scot-free in the name of religion. What did she do? She tweeted just a text message on a group WhatsApp platform. Is that enough to kill a human being? They sniff life out of her. Broad daylight. It was on media stream worldwide. The Nigerian government shamelessly covered it. Till today, the family are still yet to be visited, yet to be served justice. We all know the kidnapping of the train with 6 billion naira was used as ransom by the family of the victims, and they don't have intelligence enough to go after those people in the same Nigeria. And we all know how somebody was kidnapped from Kenya. With such intelligence, they cannot detect internal problems. One of our leaders also struck deal in Ethiopia that stopped the killings of thousands of people. What America could not do, Obasanjo did it. Yet they are telling us they don't know that they don't know how to tackle Nigeria. We don't have insecurity. We have wicked leaders who wants to take us out, and we have to fight back. Fight back with your PVC. When it's time for you to defend yourself, defend yourself. Defend yourself. Defend your girls. Defend your mother. Defend your father. Defend your children. Defend your land. You must defend yourself. Even if you die doing it, no problem. Since they have decided to be cannibals, they've decided to be vultures and vampires. They have no regard for citizenship. They don't know the meaning of citizenship. Every nation is trying to see how they can improve the welfare of their citizens, building schools, building factories, giving them welfare packages. When it comes to Nigeria, it becomes rocket science, and some of us don't get it. We argue for patience. My grandfather was patient and he died. My father is patient. Me, I'm patient. Will my children be patient? So for me, the people of Kogi are already crying against the Kogi governor, who I thought when he was coming to power is going to be one voice amongst the whole corrupt politicians. He's going to be a youth standing for the youth and the future of this country. But he has proven that he does not have character. We have good leaders in this country. You see what Obi is going through now at the presidential level is what the bright minds like you and I on this platform we go through. If you want to go to Senate, if you want to go to House of Assembly, if you want to go to even local government to try to serve, they will not allow you. They will come at you with everything they are doing to Obi now. This is what happens. We don't care. We took it. But do not take the only thing God gave us, the right to life. It's entrenched in every constitution of the United Nations, of nations that are under United Nations. And Nigeria falls under that category. So I have a right to defend myself. I'm not calling for violence. I'm calling for protecting of your land. You cannot take the lives of my great-grandfather, my grandfather, my father, and come and take my life. No. This is a new day has dawned. So guys, we will continue to engage them. If they are civil enough to do the right thing, fine. If they are not, take it out on them the way they bring it. Thank you.
Mr. Alex, thank you for your submission. Big thank you to each and every one of you out there. Please like this broadcast. Mr. Tunaija, good to have you back on the broadcast. How are you doing?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm fine, and I hope you are doing good. Yeah, greetings to everyone on the panel, the chat, and the viewers. I think the question at hand about whether the country is doing good or better than before. Clearly, I don't know what they are seeing that made them feel that way. Because if I was in the country and I was managing it, I would think, okay, maybe physically on the ground, there are some physical stuff and you can argue that has improved. Roads, bridges, train lines, airlines, name it. most of those infrastructure stuff has improved, but cost of living has increased, naira value has depreciated, security has deteriorated. So it depends on what you want to pick and choose, what you want to decide to, what you want to use as a metric for deciding whether things has gotten better. Personally, I think things has gotten worse to an extent in terms of the way Nigerians perceive their country. They feel like things are really, really bad. And it's like here in the UK where people used to be afraid of crime. The fear of crime was going up while the crime rate was coming down. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to make sense. It's just how people feel. And I've said this before, that this may have something to do with the disconnect with the way Nigerians feel about their country. When they perceive what is going on outside the world, which they are seeing more of now, this is why you have this Japa phenomenon, and they compare it to what is going on in their country, they find it, they've become more dissatisfied and disenchanted. Because that is how people behave. Generally, societies are unstable based on how unequal they feel the society is. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Please can I respond? He just lied now. Can I respond to his lies?
I think everybody wants to respond, so I think I should just allow him finish, because I can see from the private chat.
Because he just told a lot of lies just now. I'm sorry, we do respect Tunaja.
It's okay. If I lied, you will probably be able to correct me. You know what lie means? It's willful deception. Okay, let's keep it that way. So
when was the last time you went to Nigeria?
Why do you want to know? The important thing is that I bought fuel in Nigeria just last week, so that should be enough. The point is, if some things, because I was just derailed. The reason why Nigerians tend to feel.
But how much did you pay per liter?
240, if I'm not mistaken. The last one I bought for 300 or more.
So I doubt that. Where did you buy that?
Come on, man! I'm telling you. See, I don't have any reason to tell you anything else. If I haven't bought it, I will tell you I haven't. So it's up to you. The point is that
I have been on a platform with you every single day in the last month.
Yes.
When did you go to Nigeria?
Oh goodness, this guy! Just leave it. You
don't understand. I'm not being facetious.
Somebody can buy fuel on your behalf.
Okay, so
because I have things that I'm doing in Nigeria too.
You were in Nigeria, you personally.
Why should I answer you when I was in Nigeria? Do
I
owe you any answer?
Emma, please, 1 second.
You can't ask me personal questions like that.
No.
Come on.
If he doesn't want to go personal, that's just fine. Let's respect that, please, and let him finish his submission, please.
So, when people feel disaffection for their country, you have to ask yourself why. Society tends to become more unstable because of inequality. This is something that is a fact. When you want to measure how dissatisfied people feel, if they feel that some people are doing very well, better than others, they tend to feel more dissatisfied with the society. And clearly, Nigeria is one of the most unequal societies that we have. And put that on top of the fact that they now have access to see how the rest of the world live, they are very, very dissatisfied. And you have to also take into account that we are all on their media, including this YouTube that we are on right now. It's not owned by our, even an African country. We are on WhatsApp, we are on Instagram, we are all on their media. And these things matter. The way they condition you to think, it does matter. So this is why I often caution our people, when you start talking about, let's rip the whole thing apart, tear it up. Okay. You have to be careful about when you're saying that.
Mr. Tunaja, just please 1 minute. Mr. Alex.
Because you might be doing the bidding of a foreign rival.
Yes, I can. Mr. Tunaja, please just hold on. I want to catch Mr. Alex's reaction.
Why I said Mr. Tunaja lied is because roads have not improved. Our roads are death traps. We hear of trailer or tankers, falling every day on our express. I went to Lagos. The road is terrible. apart from Benin to Ore. After that, you are on your own. Even in Benin right now, in Edo State, the road made by this present wicked Fulani governor, who was pretending to be a Benin person, when he was coming begging for our votes, cap in hand, the roads are all gone. We don't have prominent companies like Julius Berger working. We have individuals are getting contract and they just do rubbish and nobody is questioning anybody. That means you are the one giving them the go ahead as a governor. So you lied because the roads are bad. What train lines are you talking about? The same railway that 900 passengers were kidnapped along Abuja Kaduna Road and 60 were killed, and over 100 families used 6 billion naira to pay their family members in a country that has BVN number, NIN, to monitor our phone calls. In the same nation where America was quick to tell us of a danger coming, we should avert it. They could hear our phone calls, and we cannot hear our phone calls, but we could track Nnamdi Kanu's phone calls and arrest him in Kenya. Your leaders are wicked. Your leaders are heartless. So nothing has improved in Nigeria. Things have gone down. What we used to buy for 6,000, bag of rice for 12,000, now it's now 50,000. Do you get that? 50,000. If I'm lying, please, I'm in public. Correct me, guys. The roads are terrible. I mean, there's no security. This guy just sit down, strike these with themselves, drink champagne, bring in Fulani killers, kill you for nothing. You rot in that bush if you don't have a strong family. So, guy, I don't know the kind of Nigeria you're talking about. Maybe there's another country abroad called Nigeria, or you mean Nigeria? I don't know. What do you mean? People come to Nigeria every now and then. Things are depreciating, and you know it. What led to the NSAS protest? Amongst many things, the police brutality. They had to use that as a cover to ask for better life. Imagine this time with the money we have. Look at what Qatar is doing with the same oil we have. Are we supposed to be fighting for electricity? Are we supposed to be thinking about trains right now? When nations are discovering vaccines, giving monies to their PhD students to run projects on the way forward? Look at the country you are saying things have gone. Sometimes you make me, you tempt me to believe you are benefiting from the happenings in Nigeria. I'm sorry. I stand to be corrected. Please, people are bleeding. The land is flowing with blood, tears, and sorrow. We are talking here because we are privileged to have access to data. Many people cannot talk. Many lives. Amnesty International, they may not be right or wrong, but they are claiming 1.1 million lives have been lost under Buhari's government. They are waiting for him after his government. Are you aware Brutai who was intentionally giving ambassadorial role just to give him a diplomatic immunity against the international community, picking him up? Are you aware Buhari is not safe after his government? And everybody who have served on this government are going to have questions to face. Are you aware things have changed? Nigerians are coming up. So the only person that will lay this foundation for us is Peter Obi. Should the election be free and fair? That's why we are working hard with our votes, canvassing, convincing people. Please do not say things have improved. Nothing has improved. Is it the naira to $1? What has improved? Is it our schools that were shut down for 8 months? I'm facing you now with facts and figures. What has improved? Please.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you do have a lot of passion, but passion cannot make up for improvement or things that are actually fact. The truth is, there are empirical facts. I've been to Nigeria myself. I'm not saying that Nigeria is living like the West. I was the one that was on Nigeria Watch when he was presenting that man picking up a road that was just completed. So I know we don't have a good standard in our country, and I lament about that every day. Just look at the picture we just saw. That is what I'm talking about. But when something is improving from 1 to 2, and you pretend nothing has happened, that is missing the point.
All right.
I'm not saying that we are where we are supposed to be. If anything, we are not even close. With the way we are thinking, you had somebody here talking about international people coming to tell us what to do. They shouldn't have any power to tell us anything at all. We should be determining our fate not Amnesty, not UN, nobody. These people, they were designed to be pan-European. They're not there to support us. They have kept us like this. So I'm not interested in talking about our side. And this is why when I talk, I always focus on Nigerian people. Let them do better for themselves.
But your leaders run. But your leaders run abroad every day.
But Nigerians are not doing it by themselves. Nigerians
But
are
your
doing
leaders
it by themselves.
See, when I talk about these things, people should understand the point I'm coming from. We have to do these things ourselves. When people keep talking about the wolves that have kept us in this position, that have helped to put us where we are today, to come and judge us, you know, I don't understand that kind of mindset. We are not slaves to anybody. We are supposed to be free people to determine our fate. And many African countries are looking up to us to do the right thing. So when I say factually, physically, on the ground, what I saw with my own eyes, I traveled from Lagos, Abuja, Benin, Port Harcourt, all these things, most of them by road, deliberately.
But you always be the first to blame the Westerner. We don't even blame the Nigerian.
Who is talking about blaming the Westerner? I'm saying they should not.
You always blame. Now somebody talking. You always blame.
You are making an excuse for them because he was talking about them being able to tell us what to do. Oh, this guy should be afraid of.
Because we have failed. We have failed. Our country has failed.
So it's okay for Alex to talk for how many minutes, but I can't.
Let's take our time to cool off. Let's take our time to cool off, please. All mute your mic, please. Let's take our time to cool off, and please let's speak one after the other. All right, please. I'll move on to someone else. Mr. Mario, how are you doing? Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, I'm doing good, Ima. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
it's not fair. Everybody can talk as a wish,
Mr.
but I can't.
Mr. Tunaija, you need to calm down. You need to. You're losing your cool. All three of you were losing your cool. I think all four of you were speaking about the same time. I had to mute all four of you one after the other. So it's not a you thing, Mr. Tunaija.
Because I let him speak, but they won't let me speak. You should have muted them instead.
I will give you time. I told you to cool off. You were raising your voice, Mr. Tunaija. I'll come back to you. We all just need to cool off. All right, Mr. Mario, let's please.
Yeah. Thank you, Ima. Thank you, Ima, for the opportunity. Kudos to other panelists. They are doing a great job. But all I just want to say, first, I will react to Nigeria. You know, I can't blame him because these politicians, they have gone far in corruption to the extent all those money they are making, they spread the money in different way to protect themselves by buying thugs. And we have social media talk. E.g., Nigeria is a social media talk working for them. I can't fear anybody to speak the truth, and that is the fact. Because nobody that have people at home that will support Nigerian government of what they are doing. People are dying on daily basis, both on our highway, in our houses, in the farm, anywhere. Nobody will support Nigerian government. Only body on the right senses that can support Nigerian government. I'm based on the topic because I can't waste my time saying things about people collecting money from our politicians because they are working for their money, working for their slave masters. Then, due to the topic, I can follow the topic. He said under Buhari, Nigeria is better. Tinubu will continue from where Buhari stopped. Yahaya, Bello. Yes, you can't expect a goat to give birth to a lion. A goat give birth to goat. Lion give birth to lion. Yahaya Bello is one of them. You can't expect him not to support them. You can't expect him because this is the word that we always expect for anybody supporting this APC devilish government. Vote Yahaya Bello have. I believe he have only one vote. For him to be saying that Tinubu will stop as Tinubu will continue for where Buhari stopped, that alone, they should ask him a question. Which guarantee did he have? How will he say that Tinubu will continue for where Buhari stopped? He has only one vote, only one PVC. Likewise, others. I don't expect good things to come for their mouth because they are all the same. They milk the country. They spread our money, pay it out just to protect themselves. And that is why they still have hope, because whenever they look to all these our medias, whenever they listen and they hear people like Tunanja speaking, they will have hope, because they will say, some people are still supporting us. That means we are doing the right thing. People like Tunanja are the ones giving them hope. Giving them hope, telling them to continue with their evil government. How long are we going to continue like this? Tunanja is saying that when the tension rise, or maybe when people have that kind of tension, that is insecurity, that is when the security is going down. Our highway, Tunanja, can you travel on our highway in the night? Can you travel in the daytime with your car? You said you bought fuel. Can you move on the highway if not inside the city? Why are you doing this? How much did they pay you for you to betray your brothers? How much? The money that you will die and live on this earth, we make the money here and we will still die and leave the money here. Why can't we do the right thing to help people? People are dying, people are suffering. As me and you are talking right now, there are some people in Nigeria that have not even tasted a meal today. They don't even have hope to have one square meal for the whole day. What do you have to gain? What did you have to gain? Thank you. Thank you, my battery is dying.
Okay, but real quickly, Mr. Mario, my attention was drawn to a word, a term you used on Mr. Tunanja. Please, if this is correct, could you please withdraw that statement?
Yeah, he called him a social media thug. That is wrong, please.
Mr. Mario?
Is anybody hearing me?
Yes,
it's
Mr.
Like
Mario, we can hear you.
It's like his battery is dead, though. He complained about his battery was going off.
I know. That's why I quickly gave him a time to speak. Okay, so I would apologize on his behalf, Mr. Tunanja. On behalf of him, apologies for that. I'm sure we'll do the needful. Okay, let's see. I'm sure we'll do the needful as soon as anytime he comes back here, this will be readdressed. But apologies for that. All right, please. That's why when the tension is going off, I just like, everybody should just take some time out. Please, let's stick to the topic and or just react with facts. Emotions and everything, they're all tense and all, but please, no insult on this platform. And above your feelings, you have to regard, us too, please. Thank you very much. Mr. Insecurity, before I come to you, let's have Mr. Chimaobe. Mr. Chimaobe, I had to skip you because you were one of the people that, muted your mic and you were talking at the same time. So that's why. Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm very sorry for that. Just that in our country where we are in a situation, everybody is confused and people are still making some statements that will generate more hatred. It's very painful, Let me remind the Nigerian where we are today. We are in a country whereby a ruling governing party pick the same fate, Muslim ticket, to rule a country that is dead. In a country where we have various diversity, a ruling party pick a candidate of the same faith ticket, Muslim ticket. We are in a country whereby we have the president, we have the Senate, we have the Air Force, military, custom, Navy, come from the same region. We are in a country where we are dying and they told us that we are not dying. We are in a country where you can't move anywhere because you're in Nigeria. So we want to change this situation. We are in a country whereby they are pushing a presidential candidate whom we know that cannot be able to perform. When you go to Google, type medical tourism, the person is there is President Muhammadu Buhari of a Nigeria. That is where we are today. And we want to change that. We're in a country where a dollar is 900, 800 naira today. We're in a country where you can't travel by road. Nothing is safe in Nigeria. We are in a country where today our schools is like a grassland. The universities are completely grassland. Nothing is happening in our school system. We're in a country where our students are moving to Ghana, to Tanzania, to go and school, a country that is the largest oil producing in Africa. We are in a country where today you can buy an onion, and common onion, you can't see it to buy. So what are we talking about? That is where we are today. And that is why you see people are so emotional People have emotional character whenever they want to speak against about what is happening in our country. So I don't blame anybody. Like somebody said here, somebody speak to P2B here, that sometimes you don't have to be gentle. Sometimes you have to be brutal. And that is how everybody has to be right now. Because you have seen it yesterday in APC campaign, that Tinubu cannot stand for 10 minutes without somebody supporting him. That Tinubu cannot make a statement without somebody pointing hard for him what he will read. And this is the man that they want to ring 2023 election for. We are in a country whereby INEC have registered underage people. Look at their age, look at their faces, and INEC are denying it. This is where we are today. We are in a country whereby all the people that Buhari appointed as the INEC commission, all of them are complete carrying members of APC. That is where we are today. And somebody is here telling us that things are improving. Somebody is here telling us that the roads are getting better. Somebody is here telling us that there are things APC has done. We are here whereby Buhari and the PDP, Tinubu are telling us that he will continue from where Buhari stopped. Somebody make a statement here. All the military jets, where are they? They bought out this military jet and sent it where and pack it for them to use it against us. Where are they? All the billions that they have spent, where are they? You put him in the county in prison, you hold Ibori, you hold everybody that can stand up and speak against the evil that you are doing in the land, and Nigerians are not seeing it. There is fire on the mountain, if you don't know. As I said earlier before, the privilege you are enjoying wherever you live, you can go to work, you can drive wherever you live. It's just a privilege. They will take it from you at any time. Let everybody go back home and fight to save that land. That land is bleeding. It's crying. They have murdered everybody in Nigeria. And nothing is being done today. And this is where we are today. And that is why we are fighting. That is why we are educating. That is why we are making sure that everybody come together. Forget who you are. Forget where you came from. Forget what you do. Forget your brother. Forget your sister. Let us save that country. If Nigeria is good, you can go back home and invest. If Nigeria is good, you can go back home and invest. And today, you can't even travel. How many people are coming back to Nigeria this Christmas? How much is the airfare? How much is the air ticket from Abuja to Owerri? Go and look at the price to see whether you can afford it. And all these people are flying private jets, moving everywhere with our money, with everything we have. And people cannot eat a square meal in a day in the same country. And somebody is here telling us that things are getting better. Let me tell you again, Mr. Niger Watch made this platform. The other day, Mr. Niger Watch came here by force and spoke to us. And spoke to you too, Niger. Just remember that. The way he spoke on that day, remember what he told you. He told you, if you continue like this, he's going to block you in this platform and block you in heaven. Remember his statement. And let me tell you, Nigerians are tired. Nigerians are tired of hearing all this. We are going to take it by fire, by force. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Chimaobi, thank you for that submission. Thank you. Thank you for that submission. Mr. NCBD, are you available?
Yes.
All right, sir. Welcome to the broadcast. And I'm sorry to those. I'm sorry. The chat ends by 3 p.m. Nigerian time, and I'm sorry we can't take any more persons into the broadcast. It's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So it's been running for quite some time now. So apologies to those at the backstage. Thank you. All right, Mr. NCBD.
All right. Well, thank you so much, my sister Ima. Well, the thing is, I think the main topic was about, the stoning and is it the lady that was locked and all that. Well, I think what I have to say about this issue of Yahaya Bello and what he said, these people, there's nothing surprising about it. But it's not also surprising to see the way people react at Just. Don't forget that they have been one of the, they have been one of the people that is that have suffered more of security challenges, alongside Benue, just the entire middle belt. Then also what we have been seeing in the southeast, and so on, southwest. Yeah, so it's just even quite unfortunate to see some of them still um, finding, having no problem taking 2,000 and going there to stand. You know, we know that there's hunger in the land, and that is why these people will never have the intention of, making a kind of an environment for everybody to be comfortable, because they need to weaponize this poverty every 4 years. They need to weaponize it. They need to give people incentives for them to come and stand. And I wouldn't advise anybody to go and pick up and, to go to those rallies just for the sake of getting the money and saying that they'll vote for, somebody else at the end of the day, because they also know those kind of, loopholes, and they are also putting their own measures in place to make sure that whoever collects their money will vote for them. I told you that I said it yesterday about a video I saw some time ago. Um, these people were right there at the, they have that freedom to move, whereby there's no even restriction, whereby you say these people cannot come close to where the ballot is being casted. So these party people were right there where the ballot is being casted. They are looking at how people are voting, and those people will move by the side to collect their money. So that's why we must make sure that we stop saying things like take your money and vote for Peter Obi or vote for the right candidate. No, don't take any money. Don't sell your votes. Even if they give you, okay, imagine they give you what, 2,000. That is about how much? 2 point something pounds. What kind of miserable life is that? So please, and now for how long? 4 years. That's just the height of I don't know, irresponsibility. So people should please, we need to tell our people back home, we need to start preaching that sacrifice, even if you know you need that money, maybe at that moment. Please and please do not sell your vote. Make sure that you vote for the right candidate. Don't sell your vote. And the thing about people defending themselves, that is common sense. It's not a matter of advocating violence or anything. Advocating violence would be if somebody comes in and say, maybe when you see any headsman or any, just go and attack them. Well, that's advocating violence. But if someone tells you that when any of these people, start marching towards you or your community or your environment with the intention to cause harm, that you should be ready to defend yourself. How is that advocating violence? That's a natural instinctive behavior. You have to defend yourself. So please let us not get it twisted. And I think sometimes we try to be politically correct and forget that we are not even making sense. So please, I think I'll stop there for now. Thank you so much.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Emma, I think it's my turn because my mic had cut off and I was ejected and I had to come back. I believe.
Mr. Pansat,
Yes.
please, I'll come back to you. I'll come to
Okay.
you.
Very well. Very well.
All right, Mr. Chooks.
Yeah, thank you, Emma, for bringing me on. Yeah, the issue with Yahaya Bello is this, right? If Nigeria is a working country, it doesn't matter if you are a governor. For some criminals who you release from prison to do the Owo attack and the Kuje prison break, and he was accusing somebody else, and the picture of these guys with Yahaya Bello in state house,
and nothing was done to Yahaya Bello. I mean, this is why when we speak, it's like we are fighting. It's like we use every burning desire in us, because this cannot. Some people always use this, that what doesn't happen in Nigeria does not exist. Anything you see that never happened in Nigeria does not exist. And I believe them. Because how can somebody who calls himself a governor be dealing with criminals, terrorists, and that person is still working on the street? We'll be asking questions about Shetima. Nobody is listening to us. And yet, we are calm, begging them to make sure that we do this election peacefully, fair and square. Whoever wins, let the person be there. So when we talk about this, it's not like we are, castigating our country. It's not like we are castigating our country. We need to be firm. We need to tell them we are tired of all this. It's not because we don't know. We know the consequence of all this. This violence they're talking about. How can you go and release somebody who is in prison? And immediately he came out. He went on a war. Have we recovered those lives lost in our war? So please, if we talk here, we don't want to be shouting at each other. Let us make sense, because people are angry. I can see the anger in people, because we understand that this is not the way it should be. It shouldn't. What are they coming to tell us? Look at Yahaya Bello saying. Look at the rubbish he's vomiting from his mouth. You're gonna continue from where who stop? From where who stop? To continue to terrorize us? Everywhere he goes, there is violence. Is that what he is advocating for Tinubu to come and continue? In a sense society, Yahaya Bello, whether he has immunity or not, because you don't play with terror, whether he has immunity or not, he should be questioned by DSS, SSS, or whatever they call themselves. This is too much. Please, to Niger, please take yourself out of the firing line. It doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth it. These things I'm telling you are the things that makes people angry. When you come to speak in defense of our country, how we should speak, of greater value of our country, why would we be lying to ourselves? Why would we be lying to ourselves? Like I said here before, I am still in Europe because I can take nonsense from my own country. It's better the people here treat me bad than people in my own country where I called mine to treat me bad. This is why I'm here. So please take yourself out of the firing line, because there's no need to defend this government. There's no need to tell us, oh, we should be speaking well of our decision. To start with, the person that is having my data and your data is a sympathizer of Al-Qaeda. So when we talk about this, we are not saying this because we hate the country. No, we are saying it because we need a change. Please. Thank you.
All right. Thank you too. Thank you for coming on here. Thank you to each and every one of you that has held it down with us on this broadcast. For me, Diaspora, thank you. Trump, Dr. Gomez, thank you. Thank you to Awakalu. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pasa. Thank you. Investment Inquiry. Thank you. Thank you to Judge Bushell. Thank you to Michael Okere. Yes, thank you, Michael Okere. Thank you to Mario Gino. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Madam Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you also. Thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. It's been engaging. Thank you. And thank you for the donations today. Thank you to each and every one of you. Jelaye, I see you right there. Udoka Joy, the beautiful one. Thank you for being on this broadcast. Christ Epele, thank you for being on here. Okay, I would love to pronounce your name, but let's just say Ego. How you doing? Thank you for being on this broadcast. Jacob Obedient, thank you. James Morgan, thank you. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Edo Light Watch, thank you very much. Thank you, Naomi Bella. I've not seen you, but I hope you're fine. I know you'll be watching this, so thank you for being on this broadcast. Thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you, Mr. Essay. Thank you very much, Innocent. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to my amazing panelists and to the viewers. Thank you. Please do also like this broadcast. I beg. Take out time, like this broadcast. Thank you very much. Victor Isaac, thank you very much for being on here. Okay, to my amazing panelists, we've come to the close of the chat for the week. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Collins, you'll be giving your final submission, and please let's make it as okay. Let's try to make it as brief as possible.
Am I not
I'm not.
allowed to say anything at all after all this?
Mr. Sinaja, when it gets to your turn, you give your submission.
I am
Uh,
not
I,
gonna say.
I also missed my turn on that. Then
I know Mr. Collins is the first. To get to every other person, is the first
Um,
person. I'm
I'm
back
not
to you.
gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much. I think everybody have made their voice here. I think they all make a very good point. We are talking about Nigeria, not that we are angry or maybe we don't love our country. It's because of the situation we find ourselves. And we've been keeping quiet for like, I don't know, for years we've been keeping quiet. And that is why our government take us for right. And that is why they can do whatever they want to do and go scot-free. Nobody's going to question them, nobody's going to challenge them. So, and that is why you see everybody in Nigeria now is angry. Even when people are defending what they know is right, they always have to speak with anger because the way situation is now, if you don't speak by anger, I don't think we are going anywhere. So we have to let our politicians know that we can't take it anymore. We can't be playing this paddy something. And this paddy thing look at where we find ourselves. Look at the inflation. Look at the debt. In Nigeria now, debt is like common now. Nobody cares. People die, everybody. Before, I remember before when I was a little boy, when you hear somebody died, it kind of your mother will grab you people one place, they'll keep you, maybe carry you, go to your maternal home or anywhere. But now these days, nobody cares. Death is like nobody values Nigeria people's anymore. Life is like you can wake up and take anybody's life. Nobody will question you. People die every day in Nigeria. Nobody cares. And what can anybody tell me since day one, nobody have ever been killed in Nigeria and Buhari come out and say one thing about it? The president haven't make any comment about it. He always feel us because Nigeria life doesn't matter. He doesn't care. So I think whenever we speak, even I think Nigerian people are speaking with light. They say by now we are supposed to be burning people. Even when we go to politician, we burn your house. If you go anywhere, we burn anything that concerns you. That is how to show the anger. Just watch what is happening in China. Just that they shut down because the new corona, the pandemic that started new. Look at what the citizens are doing. Citizens are speaking out even with their anger. Just a week, but in Nigeria, anybody can just do that and go scot-free. So I think by now, what Nigeria's people should be doing, if you go to your house, your
All
politician
right.
will burn you, will chase you out. Thank you.
Whew. Okay. Please. We are still saying that. Let's please try not to incite violence in our submissions so we don't get flagged. We do not stand for that over here. Yes, you can vent, you can rant, and all of that, but please, let's keep the submission as clean as possible. Mr. Pansa, do I move from you, or would you have your submission now?
I could go now because
Okay.
I also wanted to have you let in Mr. CM. I don't know if he's in the
Yeah,
audience.
that's why I asked that. I'm following the conversation. That's why I
Oh,
asked if
okay,
you
very
want to
good.
keep waiting for him or something.
Okay, very good. And that's why you are the best. You're very sharp. You follow everything. So let me begin by thanking everybody. And perhaps this will be my last time to address this issue.
Amen.
It's an important issue that I want to address, Mr.
Tonight.
To Nigeria. We've been going back and forth for almost 6 months now. It's just that when I go to another platform, I see him doing the same thing. He's a great guy, very, very smart. He's ubiquitous. He's on all the platforms. So he's an asset. Now, he's been very guileful, right? Slippery. I'm not gonna say he's treacherous. He's been artful. He never deals with the topic that we're talking about, especially with our mission here. So one could look at him to be duplicitous. I'm not going to say he's dishonest, because if we say that Nigeria is not building a sufficient infrastructure, and maybe they say road constructed by Wike somewhere, that's not what we're talking about. Now, last week, this Natasha Uduaghan was a live guest for Dr. Damages, and Niger was privileged to be on the platform. And he stuck out like a sore thumb, being very disrespectful to this woman, a Democrat. And the week before that, we had a Hamza, a killer, who just been released from prison, running for president. And Niger was accommodating to this guy. I had a debate with him, and he's saying that Hamza is elucidating what we need in the country, security-wise, that is good. So time and time again, when does it stop? All I'm saying, I'm not going to address him again because it's not fair for a man to confront another man and start being abusive to him, especially one who could be on our side. All I'm asking him, like earlier in another session, this session, he said that Obi handled his opponents in a way that he admired, that he was gentle and is actually using a good tactic, and that was good. So all I'm saying is, to Nigeria, when you're here, say the things that we're talking about, say things that are good for our cause, and then once in a while, sneak in one of those things that you're saying. And when you go to other platforms, you do the same. Be honest. If Nigeria is working, would I be? Do you know what time it is here? I've been up since 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I'm not doing it because I want buddies or friends. I'm doing it because of our country. So when we're here, we don't have enough time to talk and talk and talk. So when we make an issue of infrastructure in Nigeria, let me just conclude with this. I know that my time is gone on this. Infrastructure has all kinds of, it's a big term that has a lot of classifications: personal infrastructure, institutional infrastructure, sustainable, material, economic, social, even hard and soft infrastructure. You live in the Western world. You know what infrastructure is. The health part of it, the economic part of it, social, environmental. So we just out here wasting our time when we say that Nigeria is not doing its best infrastructurally. Or first of all, you're the one who bring it up. We're saying the country is not doing good, and you bring in the topic of saying, look, at least give them credit for infrastructure. That's not even a topic. That's you interjecting that. But even at that, it's woeful. So please, I don't want to be disrespectful to you anymore. What I want you to do is to respect yourself, because I don't want to come at you frontally like that. It's not fair. I mean, you're a man. I have to respect you. But please, we have a mission from now till February. We're trying to elect Peter Obi as president. The owner of this platform says that's what we're here to do. And I believe you confess to doing the same thing. So let's get to work. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Alex. I don't know if to say she try and keep it as brief as possible. But please.
Yeah, please. I will come later. Let everybody finish. I'm here.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. To Niger, do you also want to go now or later?
I've barely spoken anything. Even when I spoke, they shut me down. It's okay, because it's okay. This is the treatment I get. I can tell you this right now. I've spoken to all kinds of people around the world. African Americans, East Africans, South Africans, and all the rest. I've never seen any people like Nigerians. The way people behave is like you are hell-bent on repeating the same errors over and over again. And when they try to highlight even simple facts, we just jump into our feelings and just getting upset. Why? If you cannot face facts in this world, have you seen what is going on in the world? Facts is what we are all jumping around for right now. All I said was, not everything is as bad. And we act as if Ukraine, people are dying right now. They are dying. Most of the women have been sent out of their country. Millions. And we act as if we are the worst hit under the face of the sun. All I was saying was that there are some things that has improved. If we look at just 2 months alone, what Wike has done, the investment in cryptocurrency, investment in fintech in Nigeria, Afrobeat is growing. They even they won awards and they were invited to the MTV the other day. We are talking about Nollywood. So many things. Our self-reliance on our ability to grow food now has improved over the last this couple of years. Some of the things that has happened, we just act as if everything is burning. And when you do that, everything is going to burn sooner or later. And this is why we have to be careful who we listen to. We really have to be careful. Some people pretend as if they care so much about our country more than us. Some of them don't even have any stake on the ground right there in Nigeria there. I'm telling you, I have my own stake right there in Nigeria there. And I don't have any interest in anything happen to my country. This is why I said one hair out of Nigeria and of a Nigerian person's head should not be tampered with. Anybody that causes the death of a Nigerian, they have to hold them seriously accountable, and we should be very, very paranoid about our security. We shouldn't be allowing harm to be coming to Nigerians. Enough is enough of that. I am one of the strongest on that. When I talk about that, some Nigerians say, oh, you want to defend your country. You don't want to defend your country and you want to burn it down. What kind of people want to burn their heritage down, but they don't want to defend it at the same time? Is that not the contradicting nature to be in? You are
I think I'm ready now, Ima.
When they say, let me finish talking, because everybody have had their say. They'll be very happy to say, you know what, the country is so bad, let's burn the country down. If anybody do anything, we're going to fight. Then you tell them, okay, are you going to go and join the military? Are you going to go and join politics? Many of them don't want to. They just want to burn the country down. What kind of logic is that? You want to go set fire to the country where your children and your women and your land, the forefathers, your land left for you, your forefathers left for you, and when wolves are hanging around us, waiting to take advantage of us, you want to do that one as if that's going to be your solution. That is emotional reaction and a reaction based on trauma. You have to try to pull yourself out of it. If you pretend as if I've not gone through Nigeria myself, I went through Nigeria myself. I suffer from this government too. Some of the laws they put in place affected me too. They see some of my goods too. You couldn't even bribe them to get the goods back. So you see, some things people don't necessarily understand Nigeria as much as you think you do. If I cannot bribe somebody to get my goods back, some things are working. So how do we just get to this point whereby everything is let's burn it down because everybody's evil? If this is the country you want Peter Obi to go and rule, if that's the country you want Peter Obi to go and rule, you too should be prepared to do your best for the country. Peter Obi is not a magician. He needs people that are willing to get in there and make the necessary sacrifices. Some of the sacrifices that you will have to make, your own life will be forfeit, and in a very, very efficient way, not to be burning buildings down where it's going to affect your children, your women, and your land, your heritage. You have to do it in the most efficient way. The most efficient way is to go into the machine of government and change it and take over the system. That is the way to do it. And that lady that we're talking about in front of Yahaya Bello, I was on the panel that day. She was talking about how they were threatening her and all the rest of the stuff that was going on, because they advised her to go into politics, because that is where she can do it and actually make positive change without her getting erased very quickly. This is what I said yesterday about John F. Kennedy when he said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Now I'm beginning to understand what he meant. Now I'm beginning to understand exactly what he meant by that statement, that you have to be ready to sacrifice for your country. Not every time expecting your country to do everything for you. And we are men here. We shouldn't be standing here just abusing each other because somebody says some things have improved. That is a factual truth. And a lot of things have gotten worse, especially on security. We sat here talking about how we are going to improve security in Nigeria. Most people disagree with me that we shouldn't increase the manpower and all that. Something other countries are doing. And I really find it very uncomfortable when our own men sit here and say what international people think about our own leaders and our own people. We should be independent people. Nobody should tell us what to do.
All right.
We should be Nigerian. When people see my name, they say, I think people have misunderstanding when I say 2 Niger, when they see my name 2 Niger. No, it's not like number 2 Niger. It's TOO Niger. You have to be Niger first. All these people that just talk and see they care about our people, they are willing to see our bloodshed on the street. I don't know. Thank you.
Thank you for your submission.
Can I come in now?
Mr. Alex, you're in already.
I want to thank Amagba Security Network for their brave work. I thank them for fighting for their land. I thank them. And I thank those in the diaspora who are supporting them with lifeline and logistics. We must protect our land. Some people pretend that Deborah was never killed by these wicked politicians and no justice has been served. Why do people pretend? How much are you being paid to cover up the broad daylight violence happening in Nigeria? What is wrong? How much dollars were you offered? Belly for the food for belly. God will destroy both of them one day. You pretend that Abuja Kaduna train was not kidnapped with 900 passengers, 60-something killed, 6 billion naira paid. No, that one can never come out from your mouth. Is that the failure of leadership? We should be clapping for them. You use the international community to stylishly wrap your own postulations. Why not face the nitty-gritty? Where are the tigers that swallowed money? Where are the monkeys that swallowed money? Where is justice in this country? What is a common Nigerian enjoying from the government? Don't they pay students welfare packages in countries where you are? Do their schools go on strike for 8 months? Do their senators advertise 24 cars on social media, Lamborghinis and Ferraris? Do they loot money from America or Canada where you are, or Europe to Nigeria or South Africa? How much is an average Nigerian living on? From which planet are you talking from? Which Nigeria are you referring to that has improved? Are you talking from Mars or Pluto? This same Nigeria, where the rich are getting richer by the day, especially the political class? You expect the youth to fold their hands where there's no future for them, no plans. Nations plan for their youth. Nations are already planning 20 years ahead for their younger ones. Their student card, student meals, they even have lunch and dinner in schools in Western world, and we have crude oil that most of these countries don't even have. What are you talking about? What has improved? All our leaders deserve to be publicly executed. Trust me, they should be tried for treasonable felony, for betraying the trust since 1999 in the so-called democracy or democracy, according to Fela and Nicolas Mokute. Fela will be laughing at you. Democracy. You call this a government? You call this what is leadership without protection of lives and property? Which agriculture are you talking about that will now grow our own food? Which food? That the Fulanis are killing and raping our farmers? Is that what how many of them have been paraded? How many of them have been paraded? In this same country, your useless leaders blew up the maximum prison in Abuja. Nobody was arrested to Nigeria. Can you answer these things? And you expect us to be quiet? We are dealing with electrical darkness. Monies are borrowed in our name, in our children name. We should be quiet and swallow it, hook and sink, and defend criminals and defend a bunch of monkeys who do not care for their citizens. Then you tell me to defend these men, to defend I'm defending my fatherland, my village, my local government. Fulanis came, they know what they saw. The madmen they know the lines to cross. So if you're happy with the death of Deborah and the ones we don't even know, with the kidnapping of the Chibok girls that the government is playing with, having a bunch of senators who are Boko Haram themselves, who are importing AK-47, who are stealing our crude oil. Can a normal Nigerian, average Nigerian, import AK-47 if not politicians? And they are using these same weapons to kill their citizens. You will not argue to that one. You expect Nigeria to rise up against international security. Who are stealing our money to this Western world? Who are the ones? Is it not your leaders? They steal millions of dollars made for youth empowerment, made for agriculture, made for infrastructure, made for welfare packages, made for medication. They steal them. You want us to fight for them against international community. I don't want to say somebody is sick. I know I don't want to say that. With due respect. So you are telling me to defend people who are fighting me, people who unleash 6 million killers on the whole nation. They are not parading anybody. If a Benin man goes robbing, they show him on TV. They jail him. But if a Fulani man will raid down a whole village, nobody will be arrested. They will tell you we are on top of the situation. I don't know what you're talking about. Name one world-class hospital we have in Nigeria. Your president is in, he went to London for treatment. When the head is sick, the whole nation is sick. And you tell me to defend this kind of people? They should be tried publicly and executed. They failed Nigerians since 1999, past or present, my dear brother. Nigerian youth have been betrayed. What future do they have? Name one thing. A young girl will finish learning how to be a stylist. Or let me round up in 1 minute, please. Let me round up. A young girl will learn how to be a stylist, or a barber, or a young boy, or how to be a welder. They will not have electricity to start their business. That does not bother you. You have to raise money to buy generator and service it and fuel it. Do you know the mental illness generator noise does to human being for years? My brother, let me tell you, Nigeria is heading to the rocks. After this election, if nothing is done to sit down and negotiate how we can be together, we have to burn this country. That's it. Thank you. Defend your land.
All right, Mr. Alex. Thank you. Oh dear. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to Mr. Chimaobi. Mr. Chimaobi, let's have your final submission. Yeah, please make it as brief.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna say much. Thank you so much for being professional. I think everybody that has spoken so much. The last speaker just said something very, very interesting. If somebody from the south, east, south, still, this government will show it on national television, parade the person. But if somebody from the north massacre and kill, we only hear from the army tweeting. That's all we will hear. And that case will close. And we are in the same country. Something is working in Nigeria because the court in Nigeria gave a justice that Mazin and the Kano has not done anything wrong, that you should allow him to go. And you want peace. You don't want us to call for international help. The court in your land, under this government of APC, refused to obey the court order. And they left that man there. And you want peace to be in Nigeria. How is peace gonna come? The people on the southeast, they are peaceful. By now, I think Nigeria should be burning because a court has given a justice. You should allow this man to go, for peace to reign, for business to move, for Monday sit at home to stop. And you refuse because he is not a Fulani. And this is the country we are into. There were people show anger. Somebody is telling us that Nigeria shouldn't invite international help. The international help that came when Chibok girls was kidnapped, and your government told them that they should only come and incite and not to shoot the terrorists. And you want us to be in the same country? We cannot. Nigerians are wiser than before. Nigerians are wiser than today. And people that come to this Nigeria watch, they are not just ordinary people. Let me make that statement clear. People that you see that speak in this platform, they are not ordinary people. So when they talk, they know why they are saying. And they are speaking with facts. We are not telling a story. If it's a story, I can't leave what I'm doing. I'm come here to come and run my mouth. So we speak with the fact because it affects our people. Like somebody just said, we are talking about development. What development has happened? The development that you build a railway from Nigeria to your Niger Republic. Where is the railway in the southeast that can connect southeast to Lagos, to Kano?
All right,
So we should
Mr.
get our
Lego.
PVC, get your PVC and get it ready and make sure you get it ready and vote
All
and
right.
defend yourself. If you're in danger, protect yourself. If they want to kill someone
All right,
before they kill
Mr.
you.
Chimaobi, thank you very much for your submission. That's as much as we can take. Thank you, Mr. Insibidi. Let's have you in 30 seconds, please. Thank you. All right. Okay.
Ima, can
Thank
you hear
you.
me?
All right, Mr. Insibidi, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Mr. Insibidi, please keep it to 30 seconds,
Yeah,
please. This
I'll
is
try
your
as
final
much
submission.
as possible.
All right.
I don't know if I will do that, but let me try. Well, the thing is, personally, uh, I think let me just say what I want to say. You see, personally, right now, I don't believe in this kind of debates that we usually have. I believe that there are times for debates and there is a time for, you have to decide what exactly do you want. Do you want what is going on to continue? Because I think debate is when we are talking about things like all that. But when we are talking about something that is, something regarding our existential threats, we are talking about security. How many people we hear on a daily, especially some of us from the southeast. We know how many times we get news of people vanishing, people killed, and all that. You see, it's happening
God
everywhere.
bless you,
It's even
brother. God
happening more
bless
in
you
the
for that.
north.
God bless you.
So we cannot be approaching this thing as a debate. Personally, I will not come on any platform where we are debating on whether we should improve or whether we should say no to a system that has showed us over and over again that it is a complete failure. So there's no time for all that. And to be honest with you, it's not an attack on Niger or anything, but I'm just speaking to his talking point. It's not on I'm not attacking his personality, his personality or his individuality. I'm talking about, there's a difference between, when we are talking about a topic, when we are speaking on something, you don't just digress in a certain way that kind of makes it look like, okay, what if I said something like that the other time in the comment section? You were asking, what does that mean? There's this what ifs, so much, in my opinion, logical fallacies and all this abnormal. To me, is all most of the arguments is just a charade of, ad hominems. These are meaning we are talking about something that's happened. You're trying to tell us that, oh, for example, we are saying that some people have gone there to attack someone. You say, no, don't you see that the road that they passed to go and attack that person is paved? So to me, it doesn't make sense. We need to speak to the fact. We need to speak to the topic. When we are discussing something, don't try to use any logic to discredit whatever we are speaking about. So that's where now you get lost in translation, and people now comes hard on you. It kind of shows that you're not
All
probably
right, Mr.
sensitive to what
NCBD.
we are talking about. So I think we should have a mind, or a revolutionary mind. It has nothing to do with violence. For us to make any change right now in that country, we must have a revolutionary mindset and not just trying to debate. What are we debating? I think there's the time for all
All right,
that has
Mr.
passed.
NCBD,
And
thank
me,
you very much for your
I will not be part
submission.
of anything like that.
That's as much as we can take from you today. Thank you very much. We'll move on to Madam Rita. Madam Rita, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, hi Ima. Good morning, everyone. Uh, I just came in late to this second. It's like you guys are closing, but that's fine. I think I came in when Tunanja was speaking, and I just couldn't understand, you know, when he was kind of like raising his voice, and he seemed angry. He might not be angry, but that's what I was feeling. But to get the gist of it all, um, when a system of government is suppressive, intimidating, corrupt, the only thing that comes out of it, you're breeding a hostile country. I mean, it's the people that make the country, right? You breeding a hostile set of citizens. Now, if anyone is expressing themselves now this is Nigeria now. Anyone expressing themselves with hostility, anger, several vituperations of how they feel, please, nobody should suppress them, because if anyone is suppressed right now, or anybody telling me I shouldn't say this about this wicked government, or that we have in Nigeria, I shouldn't say that, I will feel that you are part of the government and you are suppressing me. You are suppressing me. They say when you continue to hit a goat and push a goat to the wall, as they say, the goat will turn around and bite you. Even if the goat, like, it doesn't really bite, it would bite you. So right now, Nigeria government is making us bite them, as well as their followers or supporters. We are not in the business right now of soft pedaling anybody. And like I said before, I've always said it, Nigeria is practicing what they call caristocracy, when a set of bad people are in the government of any country. It's called caristocracy. There's a slew of list of what we're experiencing. That's just the definition of what Nigeria is going through right now. And we should not be suppressed. If anybody wants to express themselves, please do. Even if you're trying to be, I know Nigeria Watch has rules of trying to be respectful, in your submissions, but it gets to a point where you're just filled with so much pain and emotions that you just forget yourself. At that point, you can't really blame the person. Even if you caution the person, you can't really blame the person. A lot of people are in pain. Even we in diaspora, we're not physically in Nigeria, we're in pain. I don't know about you, but I'm in pain, because I cannot sit here now and I'm experiencing snow. It's snowing 24/7. You have snow that's up to 5 feet. What is that? Why can't I go to my country where it's not snowing? Why can't I? But because the country is bad. And I feel very, very angry for anyone who is living in diaspora and you still have the guts to still support this government, or to still say that this government has done A, B, C, D. I always tell you, please go back to the government that you are praising. Go and live there. Go and dine with them. Because you cannot be in diaspora and be telling us BS. You can't do that. It really hurts me when anybody in diaspora starts supporting. I just don't get it. Sometimes, you know what, this madness that I said Nigeria is mad. The people, the government, they are all mad. I think this madness has kind of extended to Nigerians in diaspora. Some, not all. It's just madness everywhere. The mad people are taking over the asylum, and they have their agents living in diaspora. I just don't get it. As for me, there's nothing this government has done that I would praise them for. Nothing. The only thing Buhari's government has succeeded in doing is opening our eyes. I know somebody said it one time in this program that, Buhari was a gift to Nigeria from God, so that Nigerians, their eyes, those who were blind, though, their eyes will be opened, because he has shown how divisive Nigeria is. He has shown how the country has been laid out. Like, we have seen the master plan. God has made us see the master plan of the caliphate, of the so-called cabals, of the elite. We have seen the master plan. And because we have seen it, they are all displaying it out, like what this Agbado man and these people are doing. And Mikano, they are just exposing themselves every day by day. Now, those who chose to be blind, please remain blind. But when freedom comes, when emancipation comes, please be prepared to be attacked. Except if you just want to hide yourself in a hole like a hermit. Be prepared to be attacked, because if you cannot open your eyes right now, whatever you see after 2023, just take it like that. That's all I have to say for now. I'm trying to reserve myself for the next show at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m.
Yes,
Thank you.
5 p.m. Thank you, Madam
Thank
Rita.
you very much, Iman. Thank you, everyone, for being patient. I know I spent more than the 30 seconds you gave everybody, but I came in late, so it's allowed.
Right. Most welcome, Madam Rita. A big thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. Please do also remember our lineups. We have the newspaper review Mondays to Saturdays, 10 a.m. Nigerian time through 11 a.m. Nigerian time. We have the chat Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So you see why I am running. We have discussions where we have conversations like this, lengthy. You speak to your field. So do also join us this evening evening, like every other day, Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. for discussions, and the debate every Friday, 6 p.m. Please do also turn on your notification bell. You get notified, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do also like our every broadcast, share, invite someone. Also, support us on our broadcast. A big thank you to each and every one of you that takes our time to support us. Now, God go bless Ona. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Mr. Nsibidi. All right, thank you to Anthony Ola. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for your donation. And we see your submission right there. Big thank you to my amazing panelists. Thank you so much for holding it down. It's quite a section. In fact, we've had hot sections today. Big thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. God bless you. All right. Do well to turn on your notification bell if you are yet so you meet the 5 p.m. broadcast and you'll be there in good time. So my panelists, I am saying a big thank you. Okay, Mr. Maxwell, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to every other person at the backstage. We have come to a close this broadcast. We have another broadcast by 5 p.m. That's just around the corner. Do well to turn on your notification bell so you get notified as soon as we go on live. Until then, please stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow for the newspaper review. I'm inviting each and every one of you. Stay well, stay safe. Do not broadcast just before you go off. Bye for now.